Alright, somebody got a little bit drunk and thought this was a good idea. I'm not naming names, but you might know them. It's E3 season, but E3, rip in peace, E3. Jeff Keighley of the Game Awards does Summer Game Fest each year, and screw it, we're going to have a look at that. I hear this could be 2 hours. I don't know if this was a great idea. We'll see when we get started in, less than 3 minutes. 3 minutes 40 exactly. I'm Admiral Stupid, and this has been your irregularly scheduled audio check. You couldn't hear a thing I was saying, could you? Because I forgot to unmute my microphone. It's my first day here on the internet. I was just reading what was in the YouTube description and shitting on following them on X. Not doing that. Yeah, Jeff Keighley's been doing this for what, how many years now? And he does the Game Awards each year. 2 hours. And then Dave the Devs after this. I don't know that I've got more in me. 2 hours might be too much for me. Like I said in the intro, somebody got a little bit drunk and decided to do this. It's a bit late, but you know. Ooh, what I should do is turn my fan on. Right, put the fan on. You need the fan to just be suggesting air. Oh, yeah. Give me something. Alright. I heard that there might be a Resident Evil announcement, and that's what tipped me over into bothering, because I'm a filthy Resident Evil apologist. The following program may contain content that some viewers find offensive. It may contain flashing lights that may trigger seizures. For those with photosensitive epilepsy, discretion is advised. Resident Evil sucks.
Please,
not my words.
Stage, the creator of the Game Awards, Jeff Keighley.
Oh my god, it's Jeff Keighley, everyone! Ah!
Hey! Gary's streaking again. Three stream streak in one day. See, I did this to help you, Gary. To help build up your streak again.
I love
the energy. Hello, everybody.
I love
And
cocaine.
Welcome to Summer Game Fest. A showcase
We don't have
to celebrate
fests
what's new
in the UK.
and next in video games.
We don't call them
Now, every
fests.
year, we have the distinct honor of coming together to spotlight the boundless creativity that defines our industry. Thank you all for joining us and giving us your time.
Summer Game Fate.
And special thanks
Fate,
to
right?
Dante. I was
Not
reading
fit.
my feed this morning and saw that he canceled a date and he hopes I don't disappoint him. Dante, we're going to do our best to make it worth your while.
Is
We have
Dante
really fun
a
show
person I
ahead.
should... Summer Game
Over the
Gala,
next
I like
2
that.
hours,
Is
we're
Dante
gonna give you a whirlwind
some sort of
tour
rapper
dozens of games
that I'm
from
too old to
studios
know about?
big
Or
and
is it just
small.
some rando
From
that he's
Lego
called out
bricks to
who
puppets,
said, oh, I'm
zombies
missing a
to
date for
Marvel
this?
heroes.
Zombies.
This show has a little bit of everything, including, yes, some brand new game announcements.
Oh my god, game announcements. Dante, he's a
Gotta have
medieval
some of
Italian
those.
poet. Thank you.
Now, before we dive into the excitement, let's take a moment to recognize
Oh,
just
the
how
captions are
dynamic our industry
late.
has
I
become.
hate that.
Here's a look at the top 10 selling new games
I put them
on
on
Steam
just
so
for
far
accessibility.
in 2025 by units, according to Game Discover Co.
I've played
Lots of
1,
great games.
2,
Now,
3.
the list includes beloved franchises,
3 of
but
those.
sitting proudly at number 1 with over
3 of those
13
10.
million units sold since February is Repo,
Repo.
a groundbreaking indie game crafted by a passionate team of just 10 people at SemiWork in Uppsala, Sweden. And closely trailing it is Schedule 1 from TVGS, a solo developer in Australia. It's inspiring
What's that about?
these indie
What's that about,
creations
Jeff?
stand side by side
What's
with
what's
heavyweights
Schedule 1
like
about?
Monster Hunter Wilds and the Oblivion remake.
No, you're not going to touch on that? Cool.
Now let's also applaud Claire Obscure from Sandfall.
Woo, Claire Obscure. I fucking hated my time with it, but I love that they made it.
They might get some nominations at the end of the year. We're not there yet, but it is a monumental
That
achievement.
game's definitely getting
earning the
nominations.
highest user Metacritic
probably gonna
score
win
ever recorded for a
something.
game, all from a team of under 30 developers. Who
See,
bravely
I feel like
stepped away
that
from big
that
publishers
thing of
to
like,
forge
oh, a
their own
team of
path.
under 30, but like I
One
feel like they
thing
did.
is clear.
Did they not do
With
like
digital
outsourcing stuff?
distribution and engines like Unreal, today's most innovative
I think
projects
that number's a bit
increasingly
misleading.
emerge from outside the traditional publisher system.
Outside?
That's something to
Jeff
celebrate.
Keighley, you're not-
But
you're not
with
Canadian,
more
are
than
you?
18,000 games released on Steam just last year,
Um,
more than
nominated
double
for
from
most French
2020.
game.
The challenge now
Was there even
is
a competitor?
discovery.
Was there
And that's
anyone that could-
precisely why events like Summer Game Fest,
there anyone that
our
could
partner
stand up to its
showcases happening
Frenchness?
all weekend long, and initiatives like the Steam Next Fest are so essential. These events help remarkable games, big and small, find their
I think this guy
audience.
likes
Hopefully,
games,
if you're watching this show,
but I think
you'll
he's also made
discover
some.
your next
Oh
favorite
my god,
game.
he is. I thought he was
So, in
American.
that
He is
spirit,
Canadian.
let's
Okay, I
kick
take it back.
things off with a game from an independent studio who is thinking
Like I think
very
this guy,
big.
you know,
In
as much as anyone
2017,
can be
4
genuine
developers
in
broke away
any
from
fucking
AAA
corporate setting
publishers to chart their
or
own
commercial
course.
setting,
Today, they're a
he
thriving
kind of is.
independent studio of
But
30
he's also,
creators.
I think,
What you're about to see is a
there's a
powerful
lot of
testament to what passion,
hashtag
freedom,
ads with
and
this
a
stuff,
small,
but maybe,
dedicated team
like
can
where's
achieve.
the line, right?
Let's take a look at our first new game announcement.
How do you judge? How do you judge how much is too much? New game announcement. Okay. Small dedicated team, he said. Hashtag AIDS.
You might be.
Okay, this looks exactly like a Souls-like. So I'm immediately tepid. Oh look, really creepy designs and a character with a big weapon. I bet your bosses have complicated patterns that you're supposed to learn, and I bet you can die really easily. Doom the Dark Ages, the Souls-like, yeah. Like, you can just smell when something's a Souls-like, can't you? To be fair, I think that's a good, like, branding thing for the actual Souls games. Is you look at something and you go, oh yeah, no, I see what they're trying to do here, right? FM2 says, and it reeks. I tend to agree. I've had a couple of positive experiences with Souls-likes. Oh my god, that was a giant Les, or giant Tony head. What does this guy look like? The fucking bald guy with the no face look. He's reminding me of something. Oh, is it the clones from Judge Dredd 95? Antonius Maximus. Well, was it Behemoth that were the like it started with like the name of the song. Yep, I saw. Look, there was a dot on the character, and they kind of slowed down, and then you countered them. Mortal Shell 2. I didn't know there was a Mortal Shell 1. That is a 2, right? That is. Wait, is that a 2? I'm pretty sure it's a 2.
All right, didn't that look great? Well, we got lots more to come. But right now, the end, the Nexus War, Galactus Fight, or even live at Risky Reels. Over the years, Fortnite has innovated with
Fortnite.
mass-scale live in-game events.
I'm too old for Fortnite.
Fortnite is set to do it again across console,
Although
PC, and phones. The Death Star's super
yeah,
laser
it's been
is charged,
wildly
ready to
popular for
decimate
years,
the Battle
right?
Royale
And
island. But there's still hope.
they
You
continually
and your
put like
friends can join
weird
the
and
fight.
different
Here's
modes
the
in
first
Fortnite, right?
exclusive look
Because I've seen
at what
shit
you'll be
from
part of
Goku being in
tomorrow
it
in the brand
to
new
John
live
Cena with a
event,
machine
Death
gun,
Star
John Machina,
Sabotage.
and like X-wings fucking flying through space. I don't understand what Fortnite is. It's just anything and everything to everyone. It's the distillation of the fucking singularity of our culture, isn't it? Where everything just exists in one fucking space, and one thing is everything for everyone, or tries to be. Fortnite doesn't stand for anything. Exactly. It's for kids with ADHD, so they had new content every week. It feels like that,
Right
yeah.
now, it is an honor to welcome to Summer
It's
Game
the
Fest
distillation
a
of the idea
legendary
that
game
people's
creator who is set
attention
to release his
spans
latest project in just a
have,
few
like,
short
fucking
weeks.
shrunk, right?
With each of his games, he pushes the gaming medium in bold new directions.
Oh, don't tell me it's...
And we are honored
No,
to
don't
have
tell
him
me
with
it's
us for the
Kojima.
first time at Summer Game
Don't,
Fest in
don't,
person.
don't.
Please,
I'm
everyone,
done with this
join me
pish.
in welcoming the great Mr. Hideo Kojima.
Fuck off, Hideo! Oh, I'm so sick of your pish! I'm so done with you! Oh, he's a pretentious wanker! Sorry, that was maybe too harsh.
Great to see you. Mr. Kojima, here we are. The world tour begins at Summer
His
Game
last
Fest.
game had a guy who had a
Great
heart
to have
condition
you
called
here.
Hartman.
We are so excited for DS2. So, let me ask you, Mr. Kojima, you've worked for many years on this project.
His
What do you
last
hope
game,
players take
his last
away
game's
from DS2 when
character
we play it later
was
this
an
month?
American who carried things across America to build connections between settlements. And he called him Sam Porter Bridges. I'm so fucking sick of Kojima's pitch at this point.
I wanted to show something new, connection.
Games are better for
we
having him
face
around
the
with his
pandemic, so I
wild
want
fucking
everyone you to
nonsense,
think about
but
that when
equally
you play
I'm
this game.
tired of his fucking
Okay,
nonsense.
Well, talking about playing the
Personally.
game, it's coming out later this
You
month.
know,
but
it's-
right now, I know you prepared a special exclusive clip.
I think
for
he's become
SGF.
so high on
Let's
his
take a
own
look at this.
supply, is what I'm saying. Oh, I know. What? Are you talking, Hideo? Kojima-san, are you saying something? What was it? Die Hardman was also a character in his last fucking game. Die Hardman. And Hartman. And Deadman. Like, everyone's Mun. Everyone's M-A-N as a surname. And again, I get it. English isn't his native language.
Welcome.
Yeah. But also,
Have a seat.
fucking hire people who know... Like, fucking hire people to work with.
Over here, please.
Don't just say, I'll name it. I'll name John Americanman. Like, fuck it. Like, don't do that. Also, like, if you read a piece of fiction where, like I say, the game is about an American carrying things between settlements to establish connections,
No smoking, please.
and you call him Uncle Sam Porter, because that's what he does, and his surname is Bridges, because he's building
you're
bridges. It's so
Nirvana.
fucking obvious. You know, like, it's stuff like that that bothers me about Kojima.
What do you do? For living.
Okay, I'll stop. I'll stop.
I'm a porter.
He's a, okay. My name is John Porter. Neil Porter.
So thank you.
No, he didn't say I'm a
We're good for
reporter.
today.
Did he say I'm a reporter? I thought he said I'm a porter. Neil soft focus. The
What?
captions are almost distracting because they're so delayed.
So you made it then.
On or off? People, I'll let the people decide. I'll just have to be quiet more.
You really don't remember me.
I'm Lucy Psychiatrist Woman. It's my surname because it's what I do. You vote stream off. Hey! How dare you?
The girl. You're alive.
Emotions! Yes, emotions. Kojima's off stream. Emote, goddamn you, emote! Faster, louder, more intense. That's it.
So much mystery.
Yeah.
That was a clip from the game, a cutscene. We saw a first glimpse of Neil and Lucy, and we
Thanks
met them
for
in
nothing.
The trailer back at South by Southwest. We
Kojima-san.
got a little bit more of them here. Tell us a little bit more about this clip and the characters of Neil and Lucy. Mr. Kojima.
まあ DS2 で非常に重要な
Yeah.
キャラクターです。
It's a very important character.
ニールとルーシー。
Neil and
で
Lucy.
まあちょっと詳しくは言えませんけど。
I can't really say because there'll be spoilers.
手にカニ座の刻印が
You
2人ある
saw the cancer mark on both of their
すごい
hands.
深いつながりがあって、
So they have
これ
this
が物語に
deep
こう
connection.
The cancer mark?
And reveal
Oh, as in like the
前回
horoscope?
クリフっていう
The astrology symbol
And
for
last time
cancer?
on DS1, we have
Can't say I
Cliff, who
recognized
was
it.
played by
その時に
Mats.
は彼はもういなくな
And
った
of
の
course,
で
by story, you
まあ
know,
2では出せない
he will not be in
で今回
DS2.
ニールっていう
He
のが
dies.
But this
マッツさ
time,
んの代わりと
Neo
その
will
同
be
じような
like
役割を担って
playing like the role that
登場
Mats
します
did for DS2.
Mads.
Yeah.
Mads Mikkelsen was in
And Cliff
Death
was a very
Stranding.
popular
これを超え
character.
るようなキャラク
But
タ
I
ーを作ろう
think
として、まあ、ルカさん
we
に
have
お
to
願い
kind
し
of
て
like top that
結構いいキャ
character.
ラクター
So
に
Luca
なったと
Marinetti was a great
非
actor,
常に
and I
心
think
に残る演技もして
it
いた
was
だい
great.
て
He did a great performance, so I think you'll like this new character,
も
Neo,
う
too.
20日後にゲーム出るんで
Well, the game's going to be out in 20 days, so I'm not going to give any spoilers.
God, that's right.
you know.
It's
I
within
know.
it's
I
within the
brought
month.
But there is more to share, and you won't have to wait very long to learn more about the game. Actually, this Sunday, as part of Summer Game Fest,
Sunday,
tune into
Sunday,
DS2 live game premiere, where Hideo will be joined by many members of the cast. He'll be sharing a new demo of the game, live gameplay demo, alongside Elle Fanning and
Like
Troy
again,
Baker, and I'll be there hosting
I
it.
think
And let's just
Hideo
say
Kojima
this
brings
is not the last that you've
a
seen of
weird
Neo this
and
weekend, and we'll leave it at that.
interesting energy to
あの
video
ニールの
games.
ゲームプレイシーンっていうの
Yes,
を出し
I'll
ます
show
の
you
で
the gameplay scene
あ
of
の見
Neo.
に来てください
So hope you enjoy. We'll do
But-
it on Sunday too.
I
Excellent.
find
All right, thank you
I
so
found
much.
his more
Hideo
recent
Kojima,
stuff
everyone. Great to see you, Mr. Kojima.
to be
Thank
just
you.
so full of itself and its own importance and its message that it just disappears up its own ass. Like Metal Gear 5 was like that, and Death Stranding was very much like that. And I played Death Stranding to completion. I finished. Lucy James is great. I know her from appearing on Giant Bomb, but she's GameSpot, so. And
Thanks,
she's
Jeff, and
British.
hello, Summer Game Fest.
And by
I'm
British, I
so
of course mean
excited
English.
To be here this year, thank you
But we'll
for
take it.
having me.
We'll take it.
Now, we are honored to reveal an exciting new project from Raw Power Games. A new team
Raw Power.
headquartered in Copenhagen,
Raw Power. I know.
Denmark.
I've played
Here
shit by
you can
them. I
engage
know
in
they're.
intense combat,
I know
fight for
Raw
land,
Power, but
glory, and legacy, and lead massive armies into epic scale battles, as narrated by actor Tom Hardy.
Ooh, Tom Hardy.
Thou shalt not kill.
Your punishment must be more severe.
Tell us.
Is he ever gonna?
Lord command.
Are people ever gonna forget and make stupid fucking comments like that?
But ambitious.
Tom Hardy's great, honest, in everything I've seen him in. So is there gameplay in these games, or is it just actors emoting? Oh,
I sought no war,
here's Tom Hardy for you, Gary.
but war found me.
He didn't mention any game stuff, but I get that might not be the appeal of these things. I don't know. I think people are intrigued by Kojima's games for a lot of the weird gameplay shit they do in it.
Sword. Prayed
Like-
I could win redemption through my deeds.
In Death Stranding, you could piss and it would
But some power
make a mushroom
once taken.
in the environment that would be like would show up in other people's games, and the amount you pissed on it would determine how big it was, and you could come back and piss on it again and make it bigger.
No peace.
Right? There's weird fucking shit in all of Kojima's games, and he does bizarre stuff that no one else seems to do in games, and he at a level that no one else seems to do. But I think Kojima himself has for a long time, let's say at least a decade, been obsessed with the idea of getting real people, real actors in his games. For a long time, the joke has been, or the comment has been, that he wanted to make
Fight your own.
Is this just the start of medieval Total War? Yeah, the joke has always been that Kojima wanted to make a movie. He didn't want to make movies. Chronicles Medieval.
That was a very cool new project in
I'd like
a
to see more of
brutal
that.
European medieval world. Now it's time to hang on to the edge of tomorrow. Sonic Racing Crossworlds,
Oh,
a thrilling new entry.
I thought it
in the
was
legacy of
a tie-in
racing
to that
action
Tom
games
Cruise,
within the
Emily
Sonic
Blunt movie.
franchise. Crossworlds brings other worlds
But
and
it's
familiar
Sonic.
faces to Sonic Racing, including surprise guest characters.
It's
being revealed
2025
here
and they're
at
still making
SGF
Sonic.
for the first time.
How many good Sonic games have there been? Live, die, Sonic. How many, like... Even back to the originals, I had a hard time with them. Because, and somebody, I can't remember who it was, but they pointed out that in a platformer, oh god, I'm trumping. In a platformer, Mario is in the bottom left. So you've got the rest of the screen to work with. Whereas the original Sonic games always put Sonic near the middle. So, and in a game where you need to go fast. So the amount of room you had... Oh god, it's Hatsune Miku. Because of course it is. Is the crowd cheering Hatsune Miku? Oh, Ichiban! Okay. I'll give you that. He's a low-res Ichiban, but it's alright. It's a kart racer. Don't worry about it. Oh, it's Joker from Persona 5. I barely touched that game. I've only got like 25 hours in it. It's one of those Persona games, Gary. It's a Sega game, so all the big shots are here.
Coming in September.
Dead
but that
behind
is
the
not
eyes, Jeff.
all.
Dead behind the
We'd
eyes.
like to introduce the man behind the creation of everyone's favorite blue hedgehog, Takashi Iizuka.
Oh. Only friendless teenage boys play
Thank you,
Persona
Jeff.
games.
I'm honored to be here to talk about our latest Sonic Racing game.
Our turn-based
Sonic
JRPG
Racing
is
Cross
dead
World
officially.
is the next generation of the Sonic Racing
Well,
series.
I mean,
Developed by
Clear
Sonic
Obscure,
Team and the Sega
I guess is an
Arcade Racing Team.
FRPG.
You can feel a brand new experience.
But it's
from
a
the new
turn-based
feature,
RPG,
Traveling,
heavily
which
inspired by Final
you can
Fantasy
warp
X,
in the race.
if nothing else.
Also,
So maybe
unlike
maybe
another
that
kart
type
racing game,
of game is on life
this
support.
game will have online
I feel like it's the
cross-platform
Persona
matchmaking.
games.
So you can race
that.
against all of your friends across all
Sonic
of the
fans don't
platforms.
have friends. This is
Lastly, I have one more thing I'd like to show everyone here today. Take a look inside of the travel ring.
Take a look inside the travel ring. Oh my god, Minecraft! I can't believe Minecraft got a pop. Minecraft got a pop. Minecraft fucking tie-in got a pop. I guess that movie came out, right?
Minecraft and Sonic. I guess you could say you gotta go craft. Well, I gotta laugh. That's all I want. That's all I want.
Oh, Lucy, please.
Next, we're excited to reveal a brand new action
wrote
RPG
that?
from Bandai Namco Studios. Embark on a journey across a dark fantasy world and uncover a vast story that eclipses time.
Have some shame, woman. Okay, so Bandai Namco. This is anime, isn't it? This is well anime. Yeah, it's anime. Okay, I'm immediately getting Souls vibes, but they said action RPG. Is that code for Souls-like? Like again, like
Time.
dark, austere, kind of Victorian or like steampunk vibes,
Heals.
right? This is just anime Dark Souls, isn't it? Fuck.
It
Ugh.
wounds.
What was that? Gravy, chicken gravy.
And for our world,
Oh, an Oblivion Gate.
it promises only oblivion.
I was right.
Our hopes last long
Or
enough.
a Doctor Strange space ring. Fucking, I said Oblivion, and then 3 seconds later the narrator says, "It promises Oblivion."
You have the power to change all of this.
You have the power. And your anime waifu. Jesus, the thighs on that
What a
lady.
weapon to wield. you undo the sins of ruin. In this time,
Thick with 3 C's.
or maybe the next,
Castlevania Souls.
you'll find how to save us all.
Okay, right, gameplay. Okay, flashing attacks. Big stuff, dodging. Yes, Anime Souls, right? Oh, but they have a bike. And that's when you hit. That's Code Vein. I've heard of that. Wait, that was wasn't Code Vein like a turn-based JRPG? The anime characters in grimdark landscape really clash. Yeah, particularly the Bandai style of anime. That's really like clean lines and chibi look. I missed who the dev was for this. Not that means I would know. I immediately like the look of this. I have no idea what the fuck this is. Open world action roleplay set in the post-apocalyptic environment. I think I've got Code Vein, weirdly enough. Gameplay was inspired by the Dark Souls series. Huh, what a surprise. Little Nightmares. Okay, I'm immediately less enthused. But yes, it definitely has that look. I don't know if you're speaking from like knowledge that it is, but yes, I could see it being Little Nightmares. I liked that first one, and I bounced hard off the second one when it got to a certain section. I can't remember which section it was, but I was totally out. There was a section where you get chased by some dolls in 2, I think. If it's not End of Abyss. Okay, I was going to say if it's not Little Nightmares, it's heavily inspired. I was going to say The Abyss, because isn't there a section in The Abyss
moody, cool new game that
where they
was
go
End
out
of Abyss, the debut title
in their
from Malmo, Sweden-based Section 9 Interactive,
their
the atmospheric
suits,
action-adventure game coming in
their
2026 to the Epic Games Store and
bathysphere
console.
suits.
Next, we'll step into the black and white world of rubber hose animation with Mouse PI for Hire, developed by first-time developer Fumi Games and published
Mouse
by
PI
PlaySide,
for Hire.
releasing later this year. Here's a quick new look at the game and the reveal of a familiar voice.
Oh.
There's something rotten at the heart of Mouseburg.
Crooks beware. Detective Pepper's in the house.
There are those who would bend the city to their will.
Dumb wise guys and fake cheese wheels.
And those who do anything to save it.
Is it? Who's? They're saying a familiar voice here.
What hit 'em? Oh boy.
Okay, I didn't recognize him. So yeah, it's based on the Steamboat Willie
Another role
aesthetic
from Troy Baker.
as well.
All right, that's not all. From
Another
the
role
side.
from
Now
Troy
comes
Baker.
the announcement of another ambitious
Ouch.
project from this independent
I mean, you're not
Australian
wrong.
developer. We've been talking to them for a while about this project, which builds on their recent launches of Kill Knight and Age of Darkness. But this takes things to a whole new level. It's a premium, real-time strategy game built for PC based on one of the most iconic fantasy franchises in the world. Any guesses? Let's take a look.
Game of Thrones. That looks like a Stark direwolf. That looks like Jon Snow, and that's the Night King. A premium real-time strategy. What does that mean?
You may think you know how the game is played.
A premium PC game as opposed to all those 99p C64 games.
Game you know.
Yeah. Okay, so it's got all the faces, it's got the likenesses of the TV show, because everyone loved how that went, right? Hey, maybe now you can fix it. Maybe now you can. Yeah, I guess that. Yeah, premium means yes, a lot of money behind it, right? That's kind of what it means. I was worried that premium means you get to pay us. It's a live service, but they said real-time strategy, right? But they also said real-time strategy, so again, this is just a cinematic. There's no actual indication of what the game looks like yet. not Dothraki, the Unsullied, right?
You decide who wins and who dies.
Ah, because if you play the Game of Thrones, you're the winner, you die. See what he did there? Uh-oh. Oh no, it could go either way here. Oh dear. Wait a minute. That didn't happen. Except, well, I mean, that didn't happen. Is it Charles Dance? I don't think it is Charles Dance. Is it? If it is, he's not trying very hard. I think it's non-union Mexican equivalent.
Game of Thrones. War for Westeros.
Well, it could be. Oh, it could be him, yeah. I wasn't convinced.
All right, now it is time for the global reveal of an FPS action-adventure RPG.
FPS action adventure RPG. You just said you just said all the genres. He literally phoned it in. Yeah. FPS action adventure RPG.
Tsiolkovsky once said, one could count a million billion suns in the known universe. So why do we deny other intelligent beings? It is said, if they were out there, they would have visited.
An RTS with no gameplay trailer, not promising. Yeah, I'm a little concerned that it's an RTS, but it's just a fucking cutscene. Like, that's...
My answer is...
Also, this voice actor is familiar, and I don't...
Time has not come yet for this.
This voice actor is definitely familiar to me.
The
So,
dawn of a new era.
is this that fucking Russian game? Atomic Heart 2. Yep. Yep.
Heart
2.
2.
Okay. I was going to say it's like a Bioshock in space, and Atomic Heart is Bioshock. Yeah, he did, like, the era of Atomic Heart 2. Okay. I never played Atomic Heart. Largely, partially, if not entirely, because where's the dev from? Like I remember thinking around the time it came out, its Russian connections made me feel a bit skeevy, so I never checked it out. I don't know if it is straight up made by a Russian studio, or if it was just like had some sort of ties. And at the time, I just remember thinking, you know what, I'll sit this out for now. I wasn't like super sold on on playing it, and at the time that was like, I'll pass for now, thanks. Again, no judgment on anyone who played it. I think Tony played it and I think he enjoyed it. Headquartered in Cyprus and has offices in Abu Dhabi and Yerevan. I just seem to remember there was some discourse that suggested they had like Russian investment at the time. Space Marine 2 was Russian. Well, I didn't know that.
That's right. Atomic
Look, I'm not
Heart
claiming to
2
be
is in
perfect,
active
Gary.
development at Munfish
But
on
unlike
Unreal
you,
Engine
I've never
5,
invaded
a
Ukraine.
spiritual successor
Okay?
to the first game with a retro-futuristic world
Spiritual
on a global
successor.
scale, and this time there's a greater emphasis on RPG elements and player freedom. But that, believe it or not, is not all from Munfish today.
Interesting that he said, yeah, spiritual sequel. So it's called Atomic Heart 2, but there's no direct lineage in the story or whatever.
Is it recording?
Yeah, it is.
It's in the sky, a giant cube. I can still barely believe it myself.
Can you call that a cube? I guess you call a Rubik's
When
Cube
it
a cube
showed up,
when it
I
moves.
was in the lab.
They
I
were
didn't
in Russia
even
and
see
moved
it.
to Cyprus.
You know?
So I knew there was. I was aware there was some sort of
fear,
Russian
though.
thing,
A terrible sense of
and I
my own
think at the time people were
powerlessness.
suggesting that they moved to try and avoid the sort of anti-Russia sentiment. So to me, at the time, I
How
thought
could
like,
the whole of humanity
okay, I
miss
get
it?
it, but also it feels kind of skeevy. Like,
Did
I
we
didn't feel
actually
comfortable
miss it? What if the cube didn't
with it.
appear, but revealed itself?
Again,
What if
I'm
it
not
was
I'm not
always
shitting on
there
anyone
and
who
we've only
thinks
just
otherwise.
started to see it?
I'm just trying to suggest my motivations for being less enthusiastic. Again, Atomic Heart never struck me as something that I was desperate to play anyway. Okay, it's got... Okay, right, this is... Those are just the Atomic Heart robot ladies with the hair. So is this just something else in the same universe? Whoop! Okay. That was just her vag in the middle of the screen. The cube. Atomic Universe. Yeah, I knew it was... Okay, yeah. You knew it was part of it. Saber Interactive was started in Russia, now based in Florida.
Another new project from Munfish, an
okay, so
RPG shooter
what were the times? Do you know the timescales? Because as I say, I seem to remember the idea that the Munfish moved. That was the impression I got. I didn't do enough research. Okay, I'll freely admit that.
Coming to PC and consoles this holiday with multiplayer fun for up to 4
I don't know what the
players.
timescale or things were for
Marvel
Saber.
characters to play, but so far only 7 have been revealed. Well, now it's time to meet the next 2.
What is this? Cosmic Invasion. Okay. Oh, like a brawler thing. I don't hate the way it looks. Looks decent. Doesn't look like something I'm itching to play either, honestly. Yeah, it's definitely going for that kind of look. SNES or a Mega Drive / Genesis thing, right?
This isn't hell. Oh my world. What is this place?
Is this Onimusha? Is this an Onimusha game? It's Capcom. Did they do... I thought they did Onimusha.
You don't have a chance.
Was this known ahead of time? I can't remember. Again, if it is an Onimusha game, it's not something I ever played. It certainly looks, you know, like a character action game. Orbs came out of that dude. I think that's... No, Ghost of Tsushima. Well, Ghost of Yotei is the new one.
We both want the same thing, Musashi. But there's only room for one at the top.
It certainly very much looks also like a Souls thing, but a lot of those character action, you know, Ninja Gaiden games were that. Yeah, Onimusha, yeah. A lot of those games were that before Dark Souls. Well, they weren't quite that, but they look like the way they look is similar. Again, Onimusha, not a game I played. Some people seem to have a lot of nostalgia for it, a lot of love for the 2 of them, right? I remember those games being touted for their like cinematic approach,
which we announced back in December at
which of course
TGAs.
everything does now. So
in 2026 and will be playable this summer at Gamescom. Now let's completely switch gears. You guys all know I love my puppets. And this next project is one I've been tracking for a few years. As a team at Sans String Studios is using Unreal Engine 5 to create an insane digital puppeteering pipeline.
Give me a
What you're about to see is running
Muppets
completely in real time
RPG.
in Unreal, and I cannot wait to play it.
No, give
an
me a Muppet
unexpected
Simulator.
game announcement that combines comedic storytelling and arcade fighting action. Check this out.
Arcade fighting action.
Fuzzy, the tournament of a million punches, you'll get yourself killed!
Okay, is this legally? This has to be legally distinct Muppets. I already love the way it looks.
Alright, you little sick of fuzzy shit.
Okay, it's definitely not actual Muppets.
What? If you're gonna be champ,
Is that in game or is that
why are you even here?
like is that? It looks pretty good if it's in game. I think it is. I think it is. I think the background tells us that there. Never last. Very good.
Attaboy. Attaboy.
Muppet Souls like, please no.
Eat bread, crap, burnt toast, carb load. This meat ain't gonna beat itself. I've been taking dumps in there all day. Jeff.
Wait, it's fucking Punch Out, but with Muppets? Felt that. I approve of the name. If nothing else, Felt That is amazing. Felt That boxing. So it looks like Muppets mixed with
Super
Punch
fun.
Out.
Gotta wish list that, right?
It's
All right,
mental.
well, next it's time to see the announcement of a brand
I love the
new
style,
game
if nothing else.
In Deception, we trust.
What?
An ancient white castle deep in the mountains, lost to time and legend.
That's
Only
a voice I know as well.
Find their way here.
Okay, animate.
Gathered from every corner of the earth, divided yet bound.
Who's this guy? I fucking know this voice.
And lambs.
Wolves
Engaged in a
and
perilous
lambs.
dance of wits.
The perilous
a game
dance
where
of
truth
wits.
is but a shadow. Enough theatrics. I'll get to the point.
Who is this fucker?
Killer Inn is a murder mystery action game.
This isn't the guy who
The
fucking
killers
did
lurk elusively in
Stanley.
plain sight.
Stanley Parable, is it?
Kill someone, and a clue will remain. Hair, fingerprints, blood, clothes. The lambs scramble to find clues, one step closer to unmasking the culprits. Who is guilty will eventually come to light.
Wait, is this-
Wolves win by killing
is this the
every
game
lamb. Lambs win by
Werewolf?
rooting out every wolf. Such
But turned
simple
into a
rules.
video game.
But there's so much more to this game of murderous mystery. Complete quests to level up, buy items with the gold you earn.
First of all,
Loot chests for weapons and armor.
This
Steal
sounds
items,
so much
blow
like the
up
Stanley
opponents,
Parable
poison
guy,
others,
and this is the in-person game Werewolf turned into a video game, right?
Escape the castle. Now the paths to victory are clear.
And
You would do
Stanley
well
took
to
the
remember,
left path.
Deceit and deduction are your strongest weapons in this game of life or death. Your invitation awaits.
You had me at Murder Mystery Action Game and then lost me at Pokeballs.
That was Killer Inn, a 24-player multiplayer game from Square Enix where you compete
24-player
in a game of
multiplayer
life or
game.
death
Fucking
using
boom!
simple deduction
I'm out.
skills to win.
I'm out.
All right, it's hard to believe this next game was first announced at TGA in 2021. I know it's been a while, their recent tech tests prove that some things are definitely worth the wait. I'm of course talking about Arc Raiders. This is one of the most anticipated games of the year, and we're excited to share a new trailer which will tell you more about the mysteries surrounding the world of Speranza and the long-awaited
what the
launch
kids call
date
an Among
coming
Us.
later this year.
Okay.
From Embark Studios,
Something with
here's the
a-
world
with a
premiere of
launch
the release
date.
date trailer for Arc Raiders.
Arc Raiders, that wasn't the one that had the time pausing mechanic in it, was it? Or was that something else I'm thinking of? No, I don't. I'm not sure that. No, I don't think it was this.
Let your body settle into a slower rhythm.
It's got to be multiplayer, isn't it?
Clear your mind of all distractions.
Although.
You don't have to walk this path alone. Surround yourself with.
This looks like it's
resourceful
in game. Surround yourself with resourceful friends. That sounds like a call to a multiplayer game.
Here, you are in control.
Certainly has the feel of a multiplayer experience to me. So personally, I'm immediately less interested. Looks alright. It doesn't look... Thing is, it doesn't look anything special to me. Do you know what I mean? Looks relatively generic. Okay, having not remembered or known anything about what Arc Raiders
That's
is,
right, everyone.
I didn't
Arc
learn
Raiders
anything.
is coming October 30th, 2025 for PC and console. Congrats to Embark Studios. All right, Dune fans, now you can finally step
Dune.
onto the world
Gary?
of Arrakis yourself.
Dune fans.
Dune Awakening combines the survival and MMO genres with a thrilling cinematic story.
Survival
It
and
arrives on
MMO
PC
genres,
in just
Gary.
a few days on June 10th.
Extraction
but you
shooter.
can play it right
Yeah.
now in Steam Advanced Access.
Not fucking
Here is a
surprised
brand
at
new
all.
look.
Alright, Gary, continue your Arrakis boner. It's MMOs. You like it. Gary loves an MMO. He loves MMOs. Look, the spice is flowing. Look at it. It's exactly what it's supposed to do. It's got to. It has to. One might say it must. No, they're not walking without rhythm. They're walking with rhythm. Look at that. It's rhythmic. Dude, come on. Nobody ever tell you? You're going to attract the worm that way is all I'm saying. I love that the strings were doing Middle Eastern, we're in a desert style playing there. I would have not known this was based on Dune. There you go. Ornithopter, right? And Shai Hulud. There you go. Oh, the blade thing. There you go. Fucking, what are you complaining about, Gary? This is Dune out the wazoo. What are you talking about? This is all Duned up the ass. Okay, someone shouting. Someone doing a chant. It's all Dune-y. More modern Dune than anything else, I think, right? Oh look, it's a baldy guy. May thy blade chip and chatter, the slow knife, all that jazz. I haven't seen any computers yet. Is he meant to be a, like Harkonnen? That's how they're kind of Harkonnen coded in those new movies, right? Baldy and pale and Dave Bautista looking. Is she meant to be like Fremen? Is that her thing? Are they star-crossed lovers? Are they sand-crossed lovers? Don't get your hopes up, Gary. Okay, they had like the throat singing bit in there. Dune Awakening. I forget, what did she say? It was something and MMO genres combined with a cinematic story or whatever. What was the other thing she said? Looks shit. It does look a bit shit, doesn't it?
I saw my world fall to ash, consumed by the void.
Are we meant to know these people?
Try as I might.
I'd rather play the 90s Dune games. What are they? What? Wait, what? Have we no, sorry, we've transitioned to a new trailer. I got confused there for a moment. Oh look! Fucking character in the middle of the screen with giant enemies with colourful attacks that seem to telegraph themselves. I wonder what inspired this fucking game. Yeah, epic boss fights, huh? Fuck. The Dark Soulsification of our world fucking continues unabashed. Unabated, rather. And unabashed. They're not bashed at all. Yep, looks like a Souls-like. I'm out.
Yet what then of those who deigned to turn back the hands of fate? To save what remains of our broken world.
I was deeply confused there for a moment. Transitioning between the Dune trailer and this thing.
Return to the past, where your journey
Chrono Odyssey.
awaits.
That's a deeply mediocre name.
Every hero's tale begins with a trial. But the true lead of the story has
Okay.
yet to emerge.
my weeb side is okay with this so far. What does beasts mean, precious?
I will never forget.
Sounds like an
my
AI
face.
generated Souls-like.
What is more compelling
Yeah.
to you, sir?
Justice.
Okay, big anime titties. Yep, confirmed. Multiple big anime titties confirmed. Okay. This looks like a Tales game.
What happened while I was out?
Tales of
So I hear you're looking for
Temeria.
The victors show no mercy to the defeated. People here despise weakness, worship strength, and crave glory. I never doubted that you'd end up here. I'm really curious.
Please be a Tales game.
What ending have you penned
Fuck.
for Septimus
Wuthering
this
Waves.
time?
Nope. Nope. Damn. It's giving me a headache. It's not for you, old man. It's not for either of us.
In the vessel.
Oh.
Such a tiny
Okay.
nuisance.
Love the style so far.
I know all your secrets.
Yeah, I really like the look of it. So it's like a platformer looking thing with bosses. Is this like a Metroidvania style game? Mio. Memories in Orbit. Demo available now.
That's Mio, Memories in Orbit, a stunning new Metroidvania platformer that has a demo on Steam you can play right now.
Metroidvania,
as part of
fucking
Next
like
Fest.
that, I called
What
it.
you're about to see next is a stop-motion co-op platformer where everything has been crafted by
Stop
hand.
motion.
It's called Out of Words,
Okay.
and I'm honored to show it to you today.
I liked how South of Midnight looked. It's a Celeste-like. Okay, yeah. Oh, what was that? Harold Halibut, right? We played that. That had a very like actual handcrafted, realistic look to it. Co-op, like for two, like it's almost like a Brothers kind of thing. Brothers is like an old reference at this point, isn't it? It Takes Two is the modern reference, right? Or what's that new one that came out recently?
Don't you see? We can't.
Forgotten World, Forbidden World, something World, Two World, Twisted. What the fuck? There was a new one of these that came out. I think it was from the people that did It Takes Two. Out of Words. Hold on.
What a really unique and different game. This August signals the release of Mafia: The Old Country, the next entry in the acclaimed Mafia franchise from the team at Hangar 13. It's a gritty mob story set in the brutal underworld of 1900 Sicily.
Mafia, yeah.
Here is the Summer Game Fest trailer.
I mostly enjoyed those.
Betrayal burns because it can only come from someone close.
Close. I'll tell you why in a minute. It's stupid.
Can't hurt you like a friend.
So this is like set in Sicily. They've openly said ahead of time that this is like a shorter thing. This is like a self-contained, like it's not the open world thing they've tried in the past, which is probably for the best, honestly. The open world element of these Mafia games was always like bare bones.
Teach them a lesson.
Or repetitive, in the case of 3.
Remind them of their obligation.
Which I played and completed and enjoyed, but it was repetitive.
Where I come from, commitment means everything.
Remember those scenes in The Godfather 2?
This is how it'll be.
Yeah, they
The
do.
Dons noticed you, Enzo.
Yeah, oh yeah, come on.
This is an opportunity.
Do you wish to commit to this family?
Enzo! We can't let them get away!
When Isabella became involved, it became our business.
I think this is set in like the early 1900s? 1910s or something? I'm not sure.
We do not always get to choose what we do.
Might have to be.
who we are.
It's got a car, so you're talking early
And who are
1900s.
you,
Oh, did it say actually
Enzo?
1900s? Sorry, I was distracted. So, my sister's dog.
And if you thought that guy was a stud, just wait till you see
His
this
horse.
next game. LEGO Voyagers captures the creative
Oh, a
hands-on
stud.
spirit of classic LEGO play and will also support a Friends Pass, just like Split Fiction. Here's the
Split
first ever
Fiction,
look.
that's the one I was thinking of. Split Fiction is the, you know, get two people to play the two characters and they have to help each other. yeah, my sister's dog is a pain in the arse, and she goes in with my aunt in her room, but she will sit there and won't jump up on the bed. But without fail, if I come out from my room to annoy her, she'll jump up on the bed. So that's what I had to go do there. Because my sister's dog is a fucking freak. I remember seeing the thing that came before this. I can't remember the name she said. I think it looks nice. It looks like you would like or expect Legos to look like. Lego to look like. Oh, I did the thing. Imagine getting bullied by a dog. Welcome to my life. I think stuff like this is actually an impressive example of where graphics are at. Where they can provide this like kind of almost not quite uncanny valley effect of looking like you would imagine Lego should look like, right?
Hello, Summer Game Fest! I'm Carolyn Lawrence, voice actor for a few familiar faces you might have grown up with on Nickelodeon. Some with squirrel suits, thank you. Some with science smarts, and some with serious attitude.
Science
Nickelodeon
smarts.
has always
She's
been
not-
about wild
she's not
worlds
Dexter,
and
is she?
weirder characters. And while I'm mostly sworn to
Did
secrecy
she say
today,
squirrel suits? I think she's
I'm thrilled to
Sandy.
have a hand in revealing something that brings a lot of those characters
sounds like
together
Sandy from
never before.
SpongeBob.
I hope you enjoy the first look at Nicktoons and the Dice of Destiny. Yee-haw!
Good for you. Get paid.
A great evil would emerge. However, a brave and wise and powerful and ridiculously handsome wizard would call upon his magic powers to summon the most ferocious, most awesome, most totally radical team of adventurers the land had ever seen. They alone would be able to... Imagination! Go big, go burn!
Needless to say, I don't think this is for me. Oh, there was nothing there, was there?
It's been almost 2 years since players first stepped into the role
There
of
was nothing
Geppetto's
to that.
puppet to save the city of Krat from disease and puppet frenzy in Lies of P. Overture is a DLC expansion to Lies of P
Poof.
that transports players back in
That's
time
scary.
with new characters, environments, and
I
of
bounced
course,
off of
opposing
Lies of
enemies
P,
and
which is a
bosses.
Souls-like.
Here's the exclusive new look.
It's a Souls-like that is based on Pinocchio. Because because Pinocchio is in the public domain. The story of Pinocchio is public domain now. I don't know when it officially became public domain, but Lies of P was the first Souls-like based on Pinocchio. And here's a sequel. It's a fucking bizarre sentence. Do you remember when Pinocchio had that sick gun? Yeah, I tried playing Lies of P and just, nah. For me, my experience with Souls-likes is very, like, hit or miss. There's been a few that I've been able to play for hours and or to completion, including The Surge. I completed that, and I played a dozen hours or more of Bloodborne, a lot of which was on a charity stream. Most of the other ones, I'm just like, nope, no thanks, move on. Pinocchio was public domain in '60. Huh. Maybe it was just the fact that this was a Souls-like that was interesting. Oh god, available today. Yeah, there was talk of this being shadow dropped.
Yes, that's
as they
right.
call it.
Overture is available today across all platforms to play, so enjoy it this weekend. All right, next up, the small video game publisher Serenity Forge, based in Boulder, Colorado, shared this game with me a few months back with a DM that said, Doki Doki Literature Club meets Silent Hill. That piqued my interest.
We've played Doki
I
Doki
think you
Literature
might get a
Club
kick out of this
on this
announcement,
very
so.
stream. combined with Silent Hill. Doki Doki Literature Club is already fucking freaky. It's that one where you play like a visual novel thing set in a school, but then the characters like trying to be your girlfriend, and then they get weird about it, and then they like erase reality.
Plates full.
Plot your beats.
Plates of food. Plates of tomatoes.
Tomatoes.
Plates of hay. Plates of angels. Plates of her legs. Beautiful. Broken. Plates of flowers. Plates.
Okay. Yeah, I see. Okay, immediately I see the. So that's what Doki Doki Literature Club does. Is it takes like the tropes of the genre it's imitating, and starts fucking with it. Yeah. What if Stardew Valley, but cannibalism? Yeah. Like much in the same way the visual novel thing is like, oh, make your dialogue selections, but then we'll start fucking with the selections, or we'll start making the characters react very strangely to your choices. And this is, yeah, make a survival thing, a farming sim, but things get really fucking dark. Okay. Moderately interested. Not just because it has anime girls.
I wouldn't recommend eating those tomatoes. All right, NCSoft is expanding
fucking
its
tell me
Blade
what
and
to do,
Soul
Jeff.
universe. Let's take a look at the rich lore and dynamic action in Blade and Soul Neo, just out on Steam, and Blade and Soul Heroes coming soon.
I love rich lore. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, what's happening here, Mafia Old Country, for $54.99? I don't think so. Get out of here. Go away. Oh, such rich lore. Look at their lores, everyone. Wow, that was like 5 seconds. New Origins, unite your heroes. What am I looking at? What the fuck is this? It looks rich though. If this is indeed the same thing. Is this the same thing? I think this is a different thing. Some of these trailers kind of run together. I don't think this is the same thing. All these games are Souls-like and headache inducing. No. Hey look, there's only so much I can do. Oh no, Blade and Soul Heroes. Wait. Is that same thing? Different thing? What the fuck am I looking at? Well, okay. Is this the same thing? Or is this a third thing based on the same thing? Okay, anime. This is only an hour. Good Lord. It's apparently 2 hours of this. Oh, this is One Punch Man? Wait, or is One Punch Man in an anime, another anime thing? Christ if I know. Never seen it, but I've been told it's kind of like a parody of anime. Okay, more anime. Confirmed anime. The Seven Deadly Sins Origin. Yeah, this is like mega anime. Is this like it? Oh my. How does this play? What is this? Okay, that's how it plays. Is that like a manticore? I didn't think manticores had wings. But maybe anime manticores have wings. Or I'm misremembering. Oh, you can pre-register. What does that mean? Ah, Witcher 4. Oh no, wait, what?
5.6 is available today.
Oh.
This
State
is a
of Unreal.
technological showcase set in the world of The Witcher 4.
Human Creator is now fully integrated into Unreal Engine.
You're seeing me live in real time. Squid Game will be coming to UEFN.
It started with an epic mega grant, and it's now a serious contender for Game of the Year.
That Mongil Star Dive will be exclusively on the Epic Game Store.
An advert for Unreal.
We find a way.
God, I love brands. I'm so enthusiastic about these
We
brands.
altered the course of nature.
Ooh.
Unleashed genetic power
No, don't.
across continents.
Am I ready to be hurt again?
Now it is up to us to nurture what we have set free.
Jeff, or
find
Jeff's
hope
non-union Mexican equivalent.
within this chaos.
I don't do this to me again. Don't, please. Are they make? Is this
Well,
a third one of these?
To help life find a way.
It looks a lot like a third Jurassic Evolution. Jurassic World Evolution 3. Yep. Okay. Oh. I'm gonna buy this, aren't I? Oh, maybe. Oh. I'm gonna, yeah, 20. I'm gonna end up fucking buying that, aren't I? I'm such a slut.
Hi, I'm
Hi.
Celia from Yacht Club Games. 10 years ago, we broke new ground with our first game, Shovel Knight.
Oh, boo, Shovel Knight, fuck
Today,
off.
I'm thrilled to share
Sorry.
a world premiere look
You seem
at
nice.
our next IP, Mina the Hollower.
Okay, right, it's a new thing.
Mina
Oh wait, no,
continues
Shovel
our
Knight. Oh no, I'm a dick.
of
I like Shovel
refining
Knight.
retro gameplay
Hollow
for a
Knight
new
is what I was
generation.
bitching about.
It's a bone-chilling adventure.
I take it
that
back. I
blends
take it back.
intense
I'm sorry.
combat,
Please forgive
free
me.
roaming exploration, and precise platforming. As Mina, a whip-wielding hollower, you'll burrow through danger and unravel the mysteries of
I didn't play a huge amount of Shovel Knight because I wasn't very good at it.
We unearthed a groundbreaking legend.
But I didn't hate it.
This year,
Unlike
we're bringing
Hollow
our
Knight.
next bona fide classic.
Bonafide classic. She's got sass. Good for you. Is this almost like a classic Zelda thing? Oh, this is a bit hard to read. Maybe I'm too close. That's kind of cool. I think this is like a Zelda type thing. Yeah, I think so. Mina the Hollower. That a lot of that looked like Link's Awakening to me.
All right. This is a special one. Our next game comes from a well-known developer.
What about all
that
the
has
other
done-
ones, Jeff?
Yeah. Kyle Bossman, everyone.
They're
Kyle
doing a
Bossman.
bit.
All right. Well, let me see what this says. Oh. Hey, Jeffy. If you're reading this, it means three things.
This better be good.
Number one, you're killing it at the fest with your oodles of totally natural charisma. Debatable. B, I'm at your house playing long darts with the fam. And three, you're gonna do me a solid and skip that Silk Song trailer so you can pimp my revolutionary VR gaming venture that will shock the industry probably. A wet one on the lips, comma, wait. All right,
Oh,
let's
it's
take a
a
look.
Deadpool thing.
Ooh, Red Band trailer. Hell yeah.
That sounds like...
Handcrafted with cuddles by the Merc with a MetaQuest.
Yeah, it sounds like...
Kick back and bask in the glory of gaming's first quintuple
Is it Ryan Reynolds?
tropical farming sim experience.
Or is it his new Mexican equivalent?
Oh, hi, new friend. Oh, yeah! Escape the turd burger of
VR.
late-stage capitalism and enter a world of VR magic and wonder. You'll care for exotic pets, the elderly, and this fucking thing with hip-hop Satan. Oh, hi, don't worry, he's a fascist. He deserves this big time. This guy's a total dick. What the hell? Who designed this shit? I wiped my ass on this first. You're welcome. Who got the lobotomy with fries?
Is this too
All
much?
the dreams of being inside me come true in VR. Spider-Man gets Insomniac, and I get this shit? I'm craving Korean barbecue now. Is that weird? Whoa!
This sounds like... This doesn't... It didn't sound exactly like
With Neil
Ryan
Patrick
Reynolds
Harris
to me.
as Deadpool. All right.
Neil Patrick
Next
Harris
year
is
at
Deadpool.
last year at Gamescom, we announced Dying Light
I
the
was
Beast,
right.
the culmination of a decade of
I
Techland's
feel like
experience
it's
building
Neil
survival
Patrick
horror
Harris
games.
doing
Kyle Crane is back as the player character in this
an
title that
impression.
blends open world and action survival horror. Let's take a look at the latest trailer with some big news, the release date.
Zombies. Oh, dying... Yeah, he said Dying Light, didn't he?
What can you tell me about the Baron?
He's a narcissistic sociopath. He's experimenting on humans like they're lab rats.
Wait, Techland. That was Dying Light, wasn't it?
God only knows what the Baron's planning to do with those monsters.
You can never quite get with the first-person zombie thing. Or like the zombie action thing.
I don't care how high his walls are or how big his army is. That fucker will pay for what he did to
I just
me.
tend to prefer
All
the
years he took from me, all the agony he
greater
put me
awareness
through.
afforded to you by a
Damn
third-person
right I
camera.
do.
Yes, less realistic, but again, as I've said before, sometimes realism gets in the way of the fun. It certainly looks like a Dying Light game. Slash, Dead Island. That was the original. Right?
Kyle, E&F is an old chemical factory south of the city.
Would that say August?
Baron's men operate out of there.
Then I'll go there and fucking kill him.
Whoa, that's hardcore. Yeah, fucking kill him. Yeah.
There's the big news. Dying Light the Beast is coming on August 22nd, Gamescom week. All right. This next game draws inspiration from classic coming-of-age films to capture the highs and lows of adolescence, the bonds of friendship, and the nostalgia of growing up. Mixtape comes from Beethoven Dinosaur, an Annapurna Interactive, and this is your exclusive new look at this game that plays like a love letter to teenage memories.
Annapurna. Keep forgetting it. They're not the...
You got the touch. Now, getting buzzed.
It's so...
I've got to get out of this place.
It might be legally distinct. Annapurna aren't the Life is Strange people, no. No?
When everything's about to change.
Are they?
It's time to look
We've seen
back
this.
on your
I've seen this
greatest
before.
hits.
I've seen that. People skateboarding down that mountain before.
Mom, who is it?
One moment. It's the pigs, darling.
Shit.
This year,
Experience a retrospective like no
It's
other.
80s trailer
Beethoven
voice.
and Dinosaur
Nice.
invites you to relive the teenage riot, to spend one last night together before school's out forever. And with a soundtrack this good, it's gonna be one hell of a night.
None of those are my type of music. Oh, The
I
Cure.
love The
Stan Bush. Wait. Okay.
Experience it
So I was
for
kind of
yourself.
on track earlier.
Mixtape. Nothing but the hits.
Moderately interested. I don't even know how it plays,
I trust you
but
have
just with the
seen
vibes.
it. A beautiful world where harmony reigns.
Giant anime doggy. A fish
Will
man.
you struggle until your last fleeting moment?
The fuck?
Your destinies are sealed.
Tiny anime child with
There
not
is
enough clothes on.
no escaping them.
That is why we must end you. Right here and now.
On your guard.
This is gorgeous. Take this.
It does look nice. I'll give it that.
And just getting started. Let's put it into action.
The surge of
Cards.
power.
That's my thing.
Savor each moment.
It looks
Get ready.
similar to Hades to me.
Everyone, are you with me?
Oh gosh.
We will live on in this
It's
world.
11:15 at night here.
No matter what hardships await,
And I'm 36. Still. Not for much longer, but
we
still.
fight for a future filled with hope.
An enemy. I already know that people are going to be
and the
making
guardians of the sacred tree.
terrible art about the dog man and the fish man. You just know it.
A beautiful game. That was the global announcement of Toa, a new roguelike from Bandai Namco and developer
roguelike.
Brownies, a game drawing from classic Japanese art with a whimsical spin on Eastern mysticism.
Roguelike.
Next, we want to
Much
introduce
like,
you to a game made by a first-time
Hades.
solo developer in Bandung, Indonesia. With the help of 9 of his friends, he's built an intense action beat-em-up with brutal hand-to-hand combat set in his hometown. This is
Solo
Acts
developer
of Blood.
with the help of 9 friends. I'm not shitting on it, but like that's a weird intro, isn't it? Here's a solo developer who got 9 friends to help him develop it.
The hunt isn't over. Not until I kill them all.
Okay. How was this fucking audio recorded? With a microphone I bought from Curry's 10 years ago? 15 years ago? Nearly 20 years ago? Okay, here I am. I'm gonna do the voice for the game. Again, hey, made by a single man and 9 of his friends. Is this based on that? What the fuck is that movie? The Kung Fu movie. Okay, that narrows it down, I know. That's like one extended shot. Or like he's trying to climb up this like building. Oh fuck, what's the name of it? It's gonna embarrass me. Because I should know it. Acts of Blood.
Amazing what these solo devs can do today. Now it is time for the reveal of the next game from Montreal-based Tribute Games, the makers of TMNT Shredder's Revenge and Marvel Cosmic Invasion, which you saw a little bit earlier. If you're like me, you've been waiting for more than a decade for this reveal.
The vegans, the robots, and the demons. Somebody's going to be unhappy with that, with that comparison. Oh, Scott Pilgrim, right? I was turned completely off by everything about the marketing for the Scott Pilgrim movie. So there was also a Scott Pilgrim game. Like, I don't know if it was around the time of the movie or if it was, I think it was a few years later. But everything about that fucking Scott Pilgrim movie made me want to puke. So I had no desire to be involved with anything Scott Pilgrim. I'm going to take the opportunity to pee. Or no. Somebody's in there.
Scott Pilgrim's back with his fist flying in a brand new brawling adventure in EX. You'll battle through space-time and the streets of my hometown of Toronto with Scott, Ramona, and 5 of their former rivals in this online 4-player co-op adventure with a story written by Scott Pilgrim creator Brian Lee O'Malley. All right, cool. We're going to be right back. But first, we have a very special message from Maggie Robertson, TGA winner in 2021 for her performance in Resident Evil Village.
A message from someone from...
There you are. Wait long.
Oh, it's her.
We've been preparing delightful ways to make you suffer. So enter the village if you dare. We've slashed the price to be lower than ever for you simple little man things. Still thirsty? Worry not, you ungrateful wretch. There's plenty more fun to go around.
No. Maybe.
Now cease this foolishness and make your decision wisely.
Capcom Village might be in my, sorry, Resident Evil Village might be in my Steam cart right now. Oh, Maggie Robertson. Oh, please. Certain perverts out there like Gary and Tony might recognize her from her voice work in Baldur's Gate 3 as well. But they're wrong and sick and perverts. She is Lady Dimitrescu and no one else. Certainly not from your fucking pervert RPGs. Weirdos. Right, be right back. What is this?
Since the dawn of time, humankind has been obsessed with the hard. Now, a glorious morning has dawned on something that's simply harder. Scum.
Big hit alike. Witness this apogee. No fantasy. Big hit alike. Mix up pure alchemy. Lethality. Big hit alike. Big hit alike. Big hit alike.
Your hard just got harder.
What are you doing here? Come with me.
IO? IO Partners, it said, right? Ah, here we go. Now, I don't know if we can call this a Sad Bastard cover, because the original song is a Sad Bastard song. Mad World, right? Did I miss anything? I don't know. I'll never know.
Like a part of me that's been buried down deep feels like it's just knocking.
Is that Vegas? Are they in Vegas?
I'll be seeing you around, Charlie. Maybe this is the real me. Diaz, you were a good soldier.
This is somehow even a sadder bastard version of Mad World.
I don't want any part of your future.
Mad World brackets epic version.
It's activating.
mind's eye. I get mildly interested. Who's... what?
Hi everyone, I'm Hakan Abrak, CEO of IO Interactive.
Hey, IO.
We can't wait for you to discover Mindside when it launches on June the 10th from Builder Rocket Boy and IO partners. And yes, you may have noticed Agent 47 will be contracted for a very special assignment in Red Rock City. This week...
Oh, Bond game.
This week we finally revealed 007
The IO
First
people
Light to
doing
the
a Bond
world,
game. I said it
and your
before,
reactions
but
were
like...
heartwarming. It's coming in 2026, but we want to make the wait more exciting. We are bringing someone into Hitman, the World of Assassination, who is very dear to the Bond universe. Let's take a look.
Pierce Brosnan. Oh, Sean Bean. You've had Sean Bean in your game before. In Paris, the Paris map. Like the classic.
Is the elusive
Mads
Shadow
Mikkelsen.
Banker, known only as
The Chiffre. Oh shit, it's Mads Mikkelsen.
Mastermind with suspected
Oh, shit.
ties to the criminal underworld.
Excellent.
He
Yeah,
has
why not?
arranged a high-stake poker game at the Casino Monarchique in Paris. Our clients have deemed this unacceptable.
Hell
I've
yeah.
invited these people for a reason.
Oh, it sounds like Mads
I know
Mikkelsen.
their weaknesses. Mr. Rengang.
I don't know if they're using audio from Casino Royale, if they've paid Mads to do
More
more.
about the newcomer, Mr. Smith, though.
Oh yeah.
He's the only wild card.
Was Bond's character in Casino Royale called Smith?
Welcome to the VIP room here at the Casino Monarchique. Reaper. Unusual name.
Names are for friends. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Le Chiffre?
Fucking why not? Why not?
There you have it. Hitman and 007 are coming together in a very unexpected way.
We know our players waited a long time for 007 First Light. It's just around the corner, coming out next year. However, Hitman is live right now.
Oh, good.
So I
Nice.
thought, why wait? And I asked a fellow Danish friend to join me here. As a matter of fact, he is here with
Mads.
us today.
Mads Mikkelsen.
That's right, everyone at Summer Game Fest, please welcome the great Mads Mikkelsen.
Fair play. Fair play. He seems like he's up for it. All sorts of weird shit. Was he Danish? That fucking
Mads,
speaks to it, doesn't
Thank you for joining us, and thanks for coming to Summer Game Fest.
Those crazy Europeans.
Mads, you are Cliff, but you're also Agent 47's next target as Le Chiffre.
That's right.
The
That's
villain
me.
we know from Casino Royale.
Games. I'm crazy.
Yep, that's it. And you know, this is.
That's it.
I've
Yep,
always
that's
had a
me.
deep love for this character.
Yeah, I love it.
It's a role that means a lot
crazy.
to me because of a lot of reasons.
I pounded Daniel Craig's
when
balls
Haggard
a
gave me the
lot.
chance to step into the shoes
I
of
didn't get
the
to
Schiffer once again, I did
to
not hesitate
pound
for 1 second.
47's balls.
But this time is a little different. He's more confident. He's dangerous. He's not just a brilliant mind hiding behind a desk. He is visceral, unpredictable, and ruthless. And let's just say this time he doesn't outsource the violence anymore.
Shut up. You're gonna get a wrench thrown at your head, and you're gonna fucking take it, Mads. Okay.
So this mission is set in a casino in Paris. We want to make an homage to the movie Casino Royale, while keeping surprises for our players. James Bond and Agent 47 have very different set of skills, and the mission will be handled in very different creative ways.
Yeah, he's not going to beat me in poker. He's going to figure something else out.
So I guess it is not just about the shot, it's about the bluffing around the table this time?
Yeah, sure, exactly. It's the Schiffer is always like 2 steps ahead of you. He reads you before you read him, so it's a little like
And then he
bringing
beats you in the balls
chess
before you
player
beat
to
him
a
in the
poker
balls.
game.
But if you want to do both,
We built the
I'm
mission
okay.
to allow several parts, unexpected characters, appearances, and even custom poker mechanics.
Oh
Wow,
no!
all right, well, when do we get to play this?
Diddlers.
That's the best part.
Now,
we wanted
today.
to surprise you, so the team is updating the game as we speak.
Mhm.
Le Chiffre, Elusive Target mission starts today in a few hours.
Okay, give us a minute to put it in the
For
game,
only 30
please.
days.
Please.
And if you play it, you will unlock a unique reward in 007 First Light.
Amazing. All right. Well,
Fair play.
Ron Mods, thanks for joining us for Summer Game Fest. Appreciate it, guys.
Thanks for
Thank
having
you so
us.
much.
Thank
All right,
you.
great to see you.
The elusive target thing being time limited has
Great
always
stuff.
been a thing
All
that
right,
I've
now
never
here's the
liked.
announcement of a new party game coming later this
But
year that will delight Lego
it's
fans
not-
made with
there's no
over
harm.
1
There's no
million
real
Lego
harm in it.
bricks,
It's just,
300 minifigures, and
I think they
over
bring them back
700
every now and then.
trillion
I don't
minifigure
think.
combinations.
Don't quote me on that.
It's Saturday night
But
somewhere,
I think
so
they have
make
like
some
rotated
noise
previous
for
ones in again. So it's not like it's just one and done
We're minifigures, Dad. We don't have nails.
for everything. Maybe a lot of them, but not everything.
It's an action-packed contest to collect the most golden bricks.
To me, it would seem insane that you would have celebrity tie-ins, including Sean Bean and Mads Mikkelsen, and you would only and Jean-Claude Van Damme, and you would only ever do them once.
Dragon, Ted.
That doesn't make business sense to me.
What about our amazing mini?
So this is Lego Mario Party, right?
We've got more of them than you can count.
More than 10?
It's actually more like 60.
Whoa, that's a lot!
Mario Party seemed like an exercise in
With surprises
self-harm
around every
to me,
corner, anything can happen.
Anything?
but I did like Lego
Anything?
as a kid.
Yes, anything.
Okay, but certainly not a giant crab, a mythical king cobra, or Master Wu smashing a crate.
Those were literally just on screen.
With his butt.
Wow! We've got all that and more in Lego Party!
Yep, I was gonna say that. Lego Party. Okay. As if it wasn't obvious what it was
It's looking mighty tasty.
already. Again, no shame in it. Fuck it. Whatever. Mario Party has been. Oh! Mario Party's been around a long time.
All right,
Okay,
next a
Wildgate.
new look at a new team shooter from Dreamhaven and Moonshot Games. 20 players across 5 ships venture into the most treacherous region of space, hoping to get their hands on the artifact.
This is going to be
The game
anything
is
that we
called
haven't seen on this
Wildgate,
very
and the
stream.
open beta starts next week during Steam Next
Yeah,
Fest.
open best-
And we're also
open
very
beta.
happy to announce the game will launch on July 24th for PC, PlayStation 5,
July
and
24th.
Xbox. Let's see what
Okay,
it means to
not
get
long.
into some serious space shenanigans.
Again, the PvP part of this is what was frustrating for me, because people just have more time than I do and more desire to get good than I do. Could I be a lot better than I am in a lot of these games? Absolutely. But I don't give a fuck. So I will never apply myself to get better. Not to the level that some people will, you know? So that's always a limiting factor. I like the look. I know that the likes of Gary didn't like the cartooniness as much. But things like that, like the thing that, the thruster that fucks up the enemy ship and stuff like that. It's funny.
This'll be good.
But yeah, the boarding is less my kind of thing as well. I know that CTO seem to love the idea of boarding other teams' ships and fucking them up. That very much seems like a CTO thing to do.
I'm proud to reveal to you the next game from Toronto-based Drinkbox Studios, the team behind the Guacamelee series,
Oh, yeah,
and Nobody
Guacamelee.
Saves the World. They're
Yeah,
making a full
yeah.
3D game that can be played alone or with a friend in co-op.
I could be
You
on.
can find out more during Day of the Devs right after the show, but for now, here
Trailer.
is the global reveal of Blighted.
I could be on board for more from Drinkbox.
Looking over this decaying world.
I finished Guacamelee. Played a lot of Guacamelee 2 and want to play more of Nobody Saves the World.
Rituals. The dead buried with a seed from the trees of memory.
I found Guacamelee 2 to be just too fiddly.
Saw the lives they lived.
But Guacamelee 1,
Their knowledge to future generations.
they're like Metroidvania type games.
In his lust for power, consumed the brains of the living. Spreading this blight.
Very much the same art style
Too, I see.
as Guacamelee. Definitely not the same gameplay as a Guacamelee. Nor quite Nobody Saves the World was that isometric or was that like top down? I'm not sure it was isometric. I can't remember.
Should you fall,
I seem to remember it being like a Zelda like, you know, like a top down.
consume you before the blight does.
So is this has the feel of like a roguelike. Pray the blight consumes you before the fortress does.
There is more Blighted coming up right after the show in Day of the Devs. All right,
so
next
like,
is a first-person
you're gonna
survival
die,
action
so
horror
go
game
again.
from Team Clout. It's a new team of 50 with founders in Canada and Armenia. They partnered with the new Munfish Powerhouse label to bring this insane Unreal Engine 5 game to life with unpredictable monsters and visceral dismemberment. Here is your first look.
Well, we need games for Tuesdays. Gary never told us which part of Cyprus it was from. Oh, okay. Oh, chicken gravy again. Or wax, as FM2 said. The way that character was running reminded me of Return of the Living Dead. There's something about, like, weirdly bulky and unrealistic about those zombies. Okay, don't like that. Oh dear. Okay. Yeah. At first I thought it was the wrong kind of bad, but now it feels like the right kind of icky. Okay, giant head. Yeah. Ill, brah. It's sick. Nope. Fuck off. No, no, nope. No. No, no. Tiny fat baby zombies. Fuck you.
Poor little babies. All right, Mecha Break is one of 2025's most anticipated shooters, with its previous beta amassing over 300,000 concurrent players on Steam and 3 million players in total.
Yeah,
in this game,
same.
you explore a sci-fi
me
universe
too.
and pilot powerful mechs with immersive aerial and ground combat. As a top wish-listed game, players are clamoring to know just one thing: when is the release date? Well, here's Mecha Break's latest trailer with the answer you've all been waiting for.
Woo! One guy.
Growing force and zones force the Thalassic Federation to advance its Project Enterprise.
Stop me if you've heard this before, but Japan. Mechs. Have I jumped the gun? Is this not a Japanese developer? It feels like it by law, has to be. It has Gundams in it. Mecha. Sorry, Mecha. I'm trying to remember the distinction. So Gundam is a type of mecha, and a mecha is a piloted robot, if I remember correctly. So yes, these are non-union Mexican equivalent Gundams, as far as I can tell. I'll also point out that one of the most famous characters of all of Gundam is a guy that has visor/glasses on. Char Aznavour. From the original Gundam, he wears a helmet and has like glasses, goggles. So, is this wearing its inspiration right on its sleeve? I think so. Also, that's a flying fucking fortress that is in the original Gundam. Yeah, again, mechs with spears and shields. Again, is 100% in Gundam, like it's in Gundam Wing. I don't know the lineage of this Mecha Break game. I don't know if it features anyone who's
In
ever
this
worked on
next title,
Gundam.
small-scale players traverse the oversized world around them, filled with local
I'm a
wildlife
small-scale
and
player.
hostile machines. Built by a small 8-person studio.
It's the
This
Honey
is
I
Infinite
Shrunk the
Cosmos.
Kids game. Oh no, okay. Mix of development footage, gameplay, and cinematics. I think that said.
Mechanicals approaching.
Oh, it's Garrus.
We must now face a stark reality.
Okay.
The industrial civilization we were expecting to join
I'm into this aesthetic. The shrunk down tiny people.
is no more.
I dig this. Don't like the spider. That's people are making R2D2 noises. Stag beetles. Cool.
Whatever it takes, we find a way.
Infinitesimals. It doesn't look like it has to be
2026 marks
multiplayer.
the 30th anniversary of a legendary video game franchise
86.
that I think we all know very well. Please check this out.
Mega Man? No. 86. It's not Metal Gear, is it? No, the first Metal Gear would have been, what, 89?
Birthday to you.
Oh, 30th. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. 96. Wow, I'm too old. It's obviously Resident Evil. And that's Maggie Robertson
Happy birthday.
doing this fucking happy birthday. Oh, Maggie.
Happy birthday to you. And to celebrate early, a special message from Takeuchi-san.
I love that they just got her to do an ad. Thanks, Maggie. We recognise you're the best thing about Resident Evil Village, and we're sorry for killing you super early in the game.
さて、お待たせしているバイオハザードの最新作なんですが、もう少しだけ
The remake of
瞬き
5,
するぐらい
please
の間
don't.
だけお
Please
待ちいた
don't.
だけれ
Please
ば
don't.
と思い
A
ま
blink
す。
of an eye, and it'll be ready.
それではこれからもバイオハザードシリ
Okay,
ー
is
ズよろ
this
しくお願いいたしま
is
す。
this
あり
the
がとうござい
next
ました。
actual proper Resident Evil? Is this Resident Evil 9? Are we doing it? What was that?
I need a glass of wine too. All right. Thank you, Takeuchi-san, for that
Simmer
very
down.
special message.
Amo
We
dude.
cannot wait
Code
for when the
Veronica.
time is right to share more leading into the anniversary.
Oh my god, this is just a thank
Now
you
it
for
is
paying
time for
attention.
the next
Please
big
keep paying
update
attention.
For a beloved franchise.
Right? That was nothing. That was a nothing announcement. Oh, that's Kenny Omega. Is this an AEW game? You would assume it's the next AEW game. Unless there's some weirdo... Oh wait, what? I don't recognise... Oh, this is a fighting game I don't know about. Wait, you've never played any Resident Evil games? Is that even legal? Oh, I Viper. This is Street Fighter, isn't it? It's Viper. She's a Street Fighter character. Am I on glue? You're giant pap. Okay. Hey, I'm not exactly hardcore. I think Viper is a Street Fighter character. Omega. Yep. Okay. Yes. Yeah, Sagat. It's Street Fighter. 100% Street Fighter.
Street Fighter 6.
Oh, were these characters not in Street Fighter? Okay, I haven't kept up with Street Fighter. Street Fighter is a series I'm a Mortal Kombat guy. Not that I hate Street Fighter, I just never played it. Tried RE2, got to the liquor crawling up the window and turned it off. I don't blame you. Tried RE3, got to the wall that Nemesis breaks through in the police station, turned it off. I'm a glutton for punishment. I keep going. I shouldn't. I don't. Or it's not healthy. But I do. But that announcement was please stand by for an announcement. Here's an announcement that we will be making an announcement. Please wait patiently. I'm glad that Maggie Robertson got paid to promote Resident Evil. Get paid, lady. I love you. Please marry me. But, I think she might be gay. I'm not sure. But that announcement was nothing. It's like, hey, it's the 30th anniversary of Resident Evil. We will be announcing something about Resident Evil at some point. Please stand by. Such a typically Japanese announcement. Here's an announcement about our announcement.
Adios.
Pay attention to your screens at some point in the future. There's impending news soon enough. Exactly. We're happy to announce there will be an announcement. That's exactly what they did. And again, happy for her. She got paid to be in that trailer. She got paid to be in that ad, which is an ad for Resident Evil being 30 years old.
That was last
and in my head, I immediately went, "Oh, 1986,"
indie studio,
because I'm old as fuck.
Which is the ultimate game of capture the flag set in the 1970s.
And I thought 30 years ago.
Closed alpha will be starting later.
Did I see any games I liked?
Next, we have a beautiful new trailer for a Souls-like action RPG game developed in China by Lenzi Wuchang.
Funnily enough, like Gary, you said you left like.
24th. Here's a look.
As soon as you left, there was like a couple of games that were like not Souls-like anime shit. As soon as you Souls-like RPG, wow, yeah, you've come back exactly at the right time. No, there was a couple of like interesting looking like stylistic and genre type games that were absolutely not Souls-like, and you've managed to turn up exactly as he literally says, Souls-like action RPG. It's amazing. You have amazing timing, Gary. Fucking impeccable. What you did just come back after was me fanboying out at Maggie Robertson, i.e. Lady Double D from Resident Evil 8. You know, you remember the big-titted, big hat lady? Her voice actress. They've leaned heavily into the fact that people, Lady Titesque, people. They've leaned into the fact that people fucking love that lady, and she's been in 2 trailer spots for Resident Evil tonight, which have basically announced fuck all. We've just been talking about the fact that they had a trailer where she's like, oh, here's an announcement from the guy that does Resident Evil, and the guy from Resident Evil goes, thank you, lady who has the big tits. We're going to make an announcement later about Resident Evil. Thank you for listening. Literally. It was an announcement to stand by for an announcement later. Wait, was that? What's his name?
Is the Wu-Tang Clan.
Is this a Wu-Tang? Wait, there was a Wu-Tang Fighter game at one point, right? Oh no, film grade. Wu-Tang, Rise of the Deceiver. I remember there was this like Wu-Tang game that people liked back in the day, but I never played it. Presented by Ghostface Killer. Okay. Angel of Death, I presume, is what AOD means there.
Ghostface Killer is calling on you to rescue his Wu brothers. Wu-Tang Rise of the Receiver is a new co-op action RPG with anime-style fighting.
Wu-Tang has never been more relevant than in 2025.
Brass Lion Entertainment. Now, here's a new look at Guild Wars 2, which has new updates, including player housing, and is free to play. This weekend, to celebrate SGF, you can take advantage of double
Guild Wars 2 come
all
out?
weekend long.
I know, okay, I'm not saying, oh, I'm surprised that Guild Wars 2 came out. What I'm saying is, I remember playing Guild Wars original 15 years ago or more. And Gary says, Guild Wars 2 is still a thing, did I not buy that 10 years ago? But now it has player housing, Gary.
Adaptability, their greatest weakness. Me.
Stop trying to make Guild Wars 2 a thing. I never played Guild Wars 2. I played a bit of Guild Wars, but again, I'm not an MMO guy. Yeah, Guild Wars 2 is from 2012. Yeah, that I would have said 2014, just off the top of my head if you'd asked me. Which is 11 years ago. Oh, the Epic Store. One store, 4 platforms. Oh. Okay, mushroom lovers. Got it. Okay. Wait, Mongil? I don't think you can say the name of that game in Scotland. That was a cat lady mounting our hero. Okay, that's a chicken man humping the leg of a anime lady with tits. I love that Gary comes back to this. You fucking Mongol. Stop that. Oh, this seems like it's a game made for Gary. Oh, here's another one for Gary. Wuthering Waves, the sequel to Wuthering Heights. Oh. Oh, Jesus. Well, apparently there's only 3 genres now. Weeb shit, Souls-like, and Weeb Souls-like. No, there's Sonic. Oh, this sounds like the wrap-up. Because we saw Sonic earlier. Oh. I'm glad slightly drunk Ross made the decision to watch this. Can't believe you rubbered the Warhammer in this, but you love Sonic. I never claimed to love Sonic. I didn't know Sonic was in here. Boo. Boo the Switch 2. Boo. Boo Nintendo.
And I met Johnny Silverhand.
Do you know the one game for the Nintendo Switch 2 that made me go, I might like a Switch 2? Do you know the one game?
Throwing back to a classic animation style. Enter a surreal world where you're a down-on-his-luck outcast who has to battle
If you know me
his
and
inner
if you know the
demons,
channel, you already know what it
in
is
this
because I
action
posted something about it earlier.
Here's Into the Unwell.
The one game for the Switch 2 that I had any interest in, no. Pokemon Magenta and Heliotrope. No, it's fucking Yakuza 0 Director's Cut. It's the one game where I for a moment went, ooh. But they gave Malibu Kiryu a new hat. I might play it. Wow, now you can do karaoke on the shitter. Exactly. No, legitimately, like they've added scenes. I don't know how much it actually comprises the game, right? And they've updated the graphics, obviously. But I think it's an indictment. I mean, obviously, I'm not like the core audience for the Switch 2, but for me, it's an indictment of the Switch 2 that there's literally nothing about it other than, oh, they updated Yakuza 0, which was my first and might still be my favourite Yakuza experience. They've added bits to it, they've re-recorded it, and they've updated the visuals. So that's the one thing where I was like, oh, Switch 2. Because I think it's exclusive to that for now. Just go ahead and change it into Mark, you fucking Mark. I'm not saying I'm going to. But what I'm saying is that it's the one thing of the lineup for this new fucking Nintendo console where I'm like,
I'm Ian Prue,
maybe I'll go for it.
co-founder of 1047 Games. When we started Splitgate in our dorm room, we just wanted to make a game we could play with our friends. And 20 million of you played with us. Now, with the help from our amazing community, we've built...
I don't know if his hat's meant to be ironic. But I'm not going to take that chance. Fuck this guy. I'm not even fucking having this. Get fucked. Oh, what was on the hat? That's on the hat. Make FPS great again. I'm not sold that this is ironic. So even if it is, get fucked, lad. If it's meant to be ironic, it's a fucking swing and a miss, which is ironic because he had a baseball bat. But I'm just fuck that. Get fucked. No. Not standing for it. Suck my dick. Suck my internet dick. I don't know. Fuck that. Fuck that noise. Good on you for buying a console to play one game and not, pirating it. Can you even pirate Switch 2 games at this point? Not that I would. No. What I'm saying is that at one point, the only pull I felt towards the Switch 2 was from a remake of a decade-year-old game. Which, again, like, I just don't like the idea about Nintendo being able to brick your console if they detect modification. That level of, like, oversight is just kind of creepy to me. You can pirate Switch games, so I'd be moderately confident. You're probably not wrong. You're probably not wrong at all. You can pirate Switch 2 games because there's only one Switch 2 game. The rest are already on Steam. You know what? That is a fair point as well. Which speaks back to the point I was making earlier, is the only game that I had much, if any, interest in at the moment
now we are honored
was
to showcase the latest project
the remake of
from
a
the talented
10-year-old
minds
game,
of
which...
RGG Studio in Japan.
Ooh, RGG Studio. Here we go. This is the, I can't remember the name of it. The one that's set in, like, turn of the era, turn of the century. Here we go. Here we go. Right, hands on screen so I don't, I'm not touching myself. Here we go. Turn of the century, the one that's like the start of the Yakuza. Here we go. Hand check. It's fine. I'm not touching myself. Oh, 1943. Okay, I was like, fuck, I thought it was just turn of the century. I was gonna say, I don't think you had that much electricity. So this looks like Sotenbori, with the bridges over the river. I thought it was called like Century or something like that. Men being thrown off bridges. I'm in. Showing mercy versus not.
Name? Mako Daito. Daito. A Jap then, huh?
Don't I look like one?
We're in Japan, you fucking idiot.
So, what are you then?
Sana. 俺が知りてえや
Stranger than heaven. Look at those parry and dodge mechanics.
You saw it at TGA last year as Project Century set in 1915, and now the full name has been revealed. Stranger Than Heaven, the brand new title.
Okay, so it takes
from
place in
RGG
multiple
Studio.
eras
This
then.
time it's now 1943, and knowing RGG, I'm sure more surprises are surely on their way.
Uh-huh.
All right,
1943
well, we're almost
Japan.
done
Press
here,
X
but
to
we do
rate
have
Nanking, I
one
guess.
final,
Damn.
very
Gary.
special global game announcement to share with all of you who've been waiting.
Final special
Today we've
announcement.
showcased a lot of projects from teams around the world, including many brand new studios, and we're proud of that. But this one comes from a studio.
I still
that
can't
is
get my
no
head over that
stranger
fucking
to
wanker who
delivering
wore a
blockbuster
fucking
games
make
time and again.
something great hat.
When I first got a glimpse at this
'Cause
project
it's one of
last
two
summer,
things.
I was absolutely blown away.
He legitimately thinks
by
that,
the
in which case,
scale,
go
scope,
fuck
and
yourself to death.
ambition of this
Or
developer's
he's
vision.
meant to be ironic, which means
And while
read the
there
fucking
are
room,
many
dude.
places, really any place, this game could have been revealed.
Right?
We are so deeply
Trying to
honored
ironically
that we
wear
get to
that
share it
hat.
with the world right here.
You
at Summer
fucking
Game
dude,
Fest.
no, it's not going to land. And if you legitimately think that, go fucking jump off a bridge. I don't give a fuck. So fucking mental. I don't fucking get it. Jesus. It's an alternate timeline because that did look like a city that was under attack during. Did that look like a city under attack during World War II? Maybe not. He even got the Elon black hat variant. Yeah. Is this dude? Was that dude playing like six-dimensional chess? Because he's allying with Elon, who's currently feuding with Trump. Like, I don't even know. I wasn't even taking chances.
Grace.
Fuck all of it.
Grace.
Fuck the whole thing.
Grace Ashcroft. Yes?
Grace Ashcroft. I needed an opportunity to say your full name, because this is a trailer.
Coming.
Riggs? Wait, what? Riggs? What? Oscar Trump are going to do a loser leaves the White House wrestling match. Man, I hope so. I don't wanna hold my breath.
If this is about the report you asked for yesterday, it'll be ready in 3. No, 2 days, tops.
Put a hold on that for now.
Why is
We
this?
found another body. One that exhibits the same pathology as the others we've been investigating.
Oh, is this
Now I need a good technical analyst on this.
body?
Okay.
Is this Resident Evil?
I need your eyes on the crime scene.
Looking at it, like, style-wise, this could be a Resident Evil game.
Glenwood Hotel. I know that's where your mother was murdered. Alyssa died 8 years ago.
Oh, it could be.
Perhaps it's time for you to face the past.
It does have this Silent Hill vibe to it as well. Okay, she's slick and wet and all ready to go. Which was my attempt at referencing Bob Ross, but I realise it's probably inappropriate in this circumstance. It's not Silent Hill, because Silent Hill is doing like Silent Hill F, which is set in Japan, so it's not that.
They're coming. I know now that you're the one that I've been searching for. The special one. The chosen one.
So there was Ashcroft. There was a bit of like buzz
Investigating all these strange
about
deaths,
the
huh?
idea of the next Resident Evil.
Have you seen the same shit I've seen?
So this could look like this.
Please know that you
It could be
are my hope.
Everyone's gone.
RP. Yep, Raccoon Police. This is it. It's Resident Evil. It's the next Resident Evil game. And that was the Raccoon Police Department from 2 and 3. Here we are. Resident Evil Requiem. Oh, the Q being a 9. Very good. I wondered how they were going to do that. So, not that long. February of next year. So what's that, like 7 months or so?
Resident Evil
8
Requiem.
nearly? Right?
And it will be playable to fans this August at Gamescom, where we'll also be hosting
Playable in
Opening
August.
Night Live
Okay.
on Tuesday, August 19th. Resident Evil Requiem marks a bold shift for the franchise, both in tone and gameplay, and today's reveal isn't just about survival horror. Expect high-stakes cinematic action too, with much more to share
Cinematic
soon, leading
action
up
2.
to its launch on February
sequel to
27th,
Cinematic Action.
2026.
Okay.
Amazing.
That's all right.
Thank you, Capcom. That was an amazing announcement. Glad we
Dimitrescu.
kept it a surprise. All right. That's going to do it for our live Summer Game Fest show. Let's
See,
thank
here's
our
the thing,
co-host,
as
Lucy
no,
James. Did you do
Emo,
a great job,
I don't
everyone?
think that's what they were talking about. I think these are 2 different things.
Good job. Lucy got
Cinematic
to see it for the
titties.
first time.
I know. I can't believe it. You kept that so secret.
Very top secret. All good. All right. Well, there's much more Summer Game Fest to come.
Lucy,
Make sure
I
to
know you
visit
have more self-respect than
summergamefest.com
this,
to see a
please.
listing of all
Please.
the digital events this weekend. You
Don't
can
cheapen
watch
yourself.
and to highlight
You're
even
better
more
than this.
games, including the Xbox Games Showcase on Sunday. And stay tuned online to see coverage of many of the playable games at Summer Game Fest Playdays.
Although
that's
I've seen
taking
this
place
woman in a
weekend
Donkey
LA.
Kong outfit.
And make sure to stay tuned for Day of the Devs, which is coming
Lucy
up
has big
next,
Eurovision
with
hostess
additional new
energy.
reveals from
You're not wrong.
incredible independent
No, I've
studios around the world and deeper looks
I'm not
at
even
some
kidding.
of the
I've seen
independent
this
games
woman
we
wearing a
showcased
full
today. Thanks so much, everyone.
body Donkey Kong
Thanks to you,
outfit.
Lucy. Great job
So,
co-hosting. All right.
GiantBomb.com,
Summer Game Fest. We
they
will see
do
you
a
at
thing
Gamescom
called
on
Light
August
Club.
19th. Thanks,
Light
everybody.
Club, where they play terrible games. And circumstances resolved to have her play a game. And she played the King Kong game from a couple of years ago. And they bought
Don't
her...
you worry about blank, Zio SM. Let me worry about blank.
Hello, Zio.
Let's have with double the trouble. I is no longer allowed
Why is that so loud?
Don't you worry about blank, Zio SM.
Why is that so loud?
Let me worry about blank. Let's have with double the trouble.
Okay.
We is no longer allowed for a short time, that is.
Oh, really, Zeo? Neither of those things is allowed? Damn. Well, Ross is going to have to avoid saying both the first person singular pronoun and the plural pronoun. Ross is going to have to talk about Ross like Ross is the Rock. So again,
feeling bored with your video games? Your library is full, but it's
Is
leaving
that-
you feeling empty inside. If you sat down and
is
played
that
your
old what's his name? Oh my god.
9,000
Why have we managed... Oh, reset the timer. Why has Ross managed to forget this guy's name? It starts with Tim. Tim Schafer. Hi, Tim Schafer.
and I'm here to tell you
Let the record show that Ross remembered Tim Schafer's name approximately 1 millisecond before it appeared on screen.
so you don't have to. It brings you the very best of them to show
Ross
you
feels
the
bad
best
about
of
forgetting Tim Schafer, the creator of the best video game that ever existed.
$5 million? $10 million? Absolutely.
If
not.
you don't
And
know
it is
the name of the
nonprofit
best video
and
game that ever
supported
got
entirely
made,
by generous contributions from people like
then
you and also by
Ross
generous sponsors.
thinks you're dead
All you
to
have to do right
him.
now is sit back and prepare to be
You have found a way to make
Enjoy
it harder,
Daily
Zeo.
Devs
Yes,
digital showcase.
it's painfully so. Gary says, so how many Dark Souls games is Ross going to buy? Between 0 and 1, I think. Oh, I'll reset the timer.
All as a mysterious master thief. Well, in Snap and Grab, you'll be able to, and the developers are here to tell you how it's done.
Is it better if Ross just doesn't talk for 10 minutes?
Hello, I'm Sasia, senior level designer and artist
Hello,
at No Goblin.
Sasia.
I'm Jamie, senior animator at
Hello,
No
Jamie.
Goblin. And we're excited to share with you No Goblin's new upcoming game, Snap and Grab.
Looks like the penthouse from Saints Row 3. I'm reset the timer.
But
Ross is
what does that
intrigued.
mean? I'm glad you asked.
We're
Picture this.
reset the timer. Ross is never getting through this. Zeo,
It's
you've
the
you've
80s.
found a way to break
And
Ross.
You are nestled between high fashion
This is it.
glamour
You've done it.
and high-ticket
Congratulations.
crime.
There's no way that
As nickname of
Ross
honor,
is gonna
the
figure
world's
this out.
greatest photographer. You'll be
It's
tasked with
also
visiting
midnight.
A variety of rich and lavish
So
settings,
Ross has to go to
In
bed.
which you'll have one question on your mind.
How does Ross deal
what
with
will you be
this?
feeling tonight?
Oh no. Oh god. What even is this? Ross is going to take advantage of everything they can and go for a pee and count it in the timer.
In Snap
Yes,
and Grab,
Ross
you will do
also
cool
considered that
collabs
Emodode.
with only your camera.
Basically, starting the next stream
As you visit each venue,
with
you'll
this,
snap a
with
variety
both of these
high-ticket items.
intact.
And anything that might help
Thanks for
hinder
bringing it
your
up,
crew's chances of
Emodode,
getting
because
stuff.
if you hadn't, then Ross could have
Then, you're done snapping.
claimed ignorance.
You'll use your photos to assemble your own step-by-step
But
plan.
thank you
your
for
crew
pointing
to
it out.
grab your future possession.
Just be sure to consider anyone who might get in your way.
Wrong button.
Including Rio, a detective who's been
There we
on
go.
Nifty's trail for quite some time now.
Ross needs
Who
to pee.
knows when she'll catch up.
As your anonymous deeds make
Ah,
headlines,
reset the timer!
you'll attract new crew, giving you access to new ways to snap.
Ross
and
is glad
grab.
that you
Will
pointed it
you
out.
be able to
Thank
plan the
you.
next perfect heist?
Or will your heist fail spectacularly?
We can't wait to see what you plan next in Snap and Grab.
Available early next year on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S.
Does Untitled Goose Game ring a bell? It was one of the very early Day of the Devs games, so early in fact, that when we asked the dev what the name of the game was, they asked, do they have to have a name? You know the rest of the story. House, based in Melbourne, Australia, is developing a brand new kind of experience that's unlike anything else you've ever played. But I'm not the right person to describe what it is. Better served that these anthropomorphized ant, duck, wobbly creature things do it for you. Take it away.
Hello. Hello. We're House. You might know us because of our Goose Game.
and we're here today to show you around our new game. Ooh. It's a cooperative multiplayer adventure made for friends to play together. It's called Big Walk.
It's a tricky game to describe, but it's mainly about doing two things: talking and walking. So talking, it's a big part of Big Walk, and we've put a lot of work into making a proximity voice chat system that feels natural and playful.
Is this
You'll sound different if you're speaking up close.
Red Dead, but with
or far away,
drinking bird,
or in a tunnel,
toys.
Or over a walkie-talkie.
What's going on? What has Ross
Or behind
returned
soundproof
to?
glass. In a situation like
Soundproof
this,
glass,
where you
nothing.
can't hear each other, you'll need to find other ways to communicate.
Okay.
So we've given you lots of ways to point and gesture,
Oh, there they are.
and plenty of
Smart.
tools to stay in touch.
This
when
is
you're out of
smart,
earshot.
right?
And if you can't use voice chat, or you just don't feel like it, we've also made a proximity text chat system, so you can play the entire game that way as well.
Is this from Goose Game?
Hello.
Oh, or are you being
The game
smart?
is set in a big open world
Because
filled with all kinds of
they
stuff.
look like bird people.
To see it all, you'll need to go for a big walk.
This notion though of
Exploring as part of a group is a special feeling.
this notion of
Our chat system makes it important to stick
limit,
together.
yeah,
So
putting
navigating the world of
the
Big Walk
chat
requires
system
lots of
at
teamwork
the
and
core of the game is
As you
super
explore, you
cool.
can split up and go off on your own adventures, or even lose each other accidentally.
This
When you're
is
apart, You
cool.
won't be able to talk face to face, and so finding a way back together isn't always.
This is like immediately better than anything that was in the main show.
Hmm.
Is this thing?
If you get lost in the bush, don't worry. You'll find plenty of ways to stay in
If you
touch
get lost in the
and find
bush,
each
it
other.
means like it sounds like you're having a good night.
Hello? If anyone can hear me, please shoot up a flare.
Oh, there's so much cool jazz going on here.
This building behind me has a challenge in it. Completing challenges like these is the way you make progress through the game. They're all about
This is
teamwork,
why you
and
need
they're all a little bit different.
small developers
a lot
doing
of them are
weird
designed so
shit.
that you find funny and surprising new ways to talk.
Right?
You might need to do some miming.
Emodode says
or
they
come
love
up with a special code,
a well thought out concept.
or even sing to each other.
Okay, so you want to find a speaker that's like ooh wah wah ooh wah wah ooh wah wah.
They're not all about talking though. There's a bit of platforming in there, some
Oh,
sports,
this is so
and some
cool
weirder
as
stuff too.
as an idea.
Our challenges are open-ended and leave plenty of room for you to do things your own way.
Obviously, there's
Like
a
the
lot
rest
of room
the
for
game,
them to fuck this
challenges
up,
in Big Walk are about the joy of muddling through things together.
but this is very compelling.
So that's Big Walk. There's heaps to see and do, but there's also lots of room to just hang out in between. We think there's some real magic that happens when you forget your plans
This
and find
seems
yourself
very
doing something
cool.
else entirely.
You can sit and watch the sunset.
Tell stories as you wait for the night to pass.
Ross wasn't even aware that this was
Go
a thing
dancing.
already. Is this some sort of thing already?
Or you could steal your friend's binoculars.
Like
and kick them into
conceptually,
the
this seems so cool. Again, it's exactly the kind of thing that a small developer would
hope you
fuck
enjoyed
with.
this little
That
tour
an
and got a
established
sense of what
studio
we think
or a
is so
larger
special
studio,
about this
a
game.
AAA title
We
wouldn't
made Big
even
Walk
come
to be a nice way
anywhere
to hang out with your
close
friends
to
in a video
touching.
game, and we hope you like playing it as much as we do.
They would
Thank you for
never.
watching. Goodbye.
They would never fuck with this. This is the kind of thing that you need small studios messing about with.
This next title is from the art director of Journey and the team at Giant Squid,
You
who
know?
brought you beautiful titles like Abzu and The Pathless.
Rockstar
You
is
see the
never going to
DNA of all
announce
those
a game
games in
like
this
that.
one as you surf the sand on your
Ubisoft
sword and bring the
are not
sea
going to
back
fuck
life.
with that.
This is Sword of the Sea.
Hi, I'm Matt Nava.
Not
I'm
enough
the
parry
creative director at
mechanics.
Giant Squid, and I'm very excited to share with you
Nature of
our
the beast,
latest
though.
game,
Nature of
Sword
the
of
beast.
Sea.
There's only so much you can judge individual
Sword of the Sea is
larger
a
developers
atmospheric adventure
on,
game
right?
where you surf on a sword.
You know, they are studio monsters in their own way.
And it is trying to give you the kind of
Looks a
spiritual
lot like
experience
Journey.
that you get as a surfer, a snowboarder, a skater. It
Journey was
takes
great,
a lot of
by
what
the
I've
way.
done
If
in
you
my
haven't
previous
played Journey,
games, going back all the way to
and you can play Journey,
Abzu, the
play Journey.
Pathless, and you're going to see those elements in the game, but it's
Journey
gonna
is
take you
amazing.
somewhere new.
Nearly made Ross cry.
Sword of the Sea is all about movement, getting into a flow state, and that's something that as
Flow
a
state, shut
snowboarder
up.
I've experienced myself. I feel like there's this kind of magical.
We're kind of hanging around
experience that you
for
have
at least 10 minutes
with
to
these extreme
oh,
sports.
reset
When
timer.
you're doing it, you actually find this kind of meditative quality. You are moving very quickly, but you get to understand nature in a way that you can't otherwise. You get to see the whole mountain at once, and that lets you kind of connect with the world in a deeper way. And I think that's what we want to do with the game.
Dude says, meant to a decade ago or so, but never got
to
to
music
it.
written by Austin Wintory, a longtime collaborator who I
This
worked with
one
on Journey.
strongly
Abzu,
recommends
Deathless,
Journey.
and he's done countless other games scores.
Ross
It
had
also
some
has
moments of
movement
frustration
inspired by the old skating and snowboarding
with
games. So if you played the Tony
Journey,
Hawk
but
games,
when
if you
has
played the old
Ross not
snowboarding
had
games, you're gonna love the way that you
experiences
move
of
in
frustration
Stories.
with games? Even games that Ross actually feels are
We can't
absolutely
really guarantee that the game will be a spiritual
fundamental
experience
to the
for players.
progression of the
What
art
we can
form.
do is create the environment,
but
the conditions under which you
Ross
might
would strongly
have
recommend that someone plays Journey.
Sword of the Sea is coming
Also,
out this year, August 19th.
has anyone heard them
5
say the
and
word
PC,
Journey
so
in
wishlist
this?
now.
Because
Thank you.
This
it's
next
criminal
world
if they
exclusive
haven't.
Is a sequel to a game that has over 4
Because it is
million
clearly,
players and counting.
clearly
A runaway
inspired
hit
by
if there ever
Journey.
was one. But to make a sequel, you have to bring something new to the genre, something evolved.
Ross
and that's
also didn't
exactly
notice
what
them
the
say the word
developers
Journey. They should be legally required to have said the word Journey. Because it is so clearly inspired by Journey. Ross feels like, yeah, the Academy, Escape Academy, right? Bounced off it. Bounced off it. But can see why people like it. Wish that Ross enjoyed it more. Escape Academy, right?
Hi, I'm Wyatt with Coin Crew Games, and we're here to announce Escape Academy 2, Back to School.
Sand hoverboards instead of sand skateboards. Yes, totally different.
Escape
Definitely.
Academy 2 is an open-world escape room game, where between your escape room classes, you can explore a living and breathing campus that functions as one big escape room. We felt inspired by games like Animal Well and the Legend of Zelda series, and how they leverage free roam puzzle solving.
Legend
so
of
we're
Zelda
really
makes
excited
sense,
to bring
yeah.
that into the Academy.
Enjoy. We
background as a studio is
are
in
only going
building
to
immersive
stay up
narrative
for as long as we.
So when we started
Oh,
making a
reset the
sequel to
timer.
Escape Academy, we asked ourselves, how can we push that even further? We looked at feedback from the first game, and the #1 most requested feature, by a huge margin, was more Academy, to really get to be a student.
Ross is only going to keep going
This time
for as
around,
long as
we're
it
gonna
takes
let you
Ross
explore
to
the campus,
spend
to
10
go to
minutes without
classes,
saying
meet
the
other
singular
students,
or
and, most
plural
importantly,
self
find lots of
pronouns.
rooms to lock yourself up in.
What was once a 2D level select map is now a fully realized explorable space. Whether you're returning to the
Ross
academy
has
or
10 more
stepping in for the
minutes.
first time,
9 more
you'll find
minutes.
yourself in a world full of unique environments, from dusty puzzle archives to
Zeo,
hidden rooms in
you've really,
The campus is designed to reward curiosity.
You've really
with secrets
punished
tucked in every
us
corner for
now.
players to discover. From lighting
Bye.
and atmosphere to environmental storytelling, we've pushed
Ross
every
should just
element
shut
to
up
heighten
for the
immersion
next
and
8
mystery.
minutes. There's no
For
law
Escape
against that.
Academy 2, our approach to narrative is to really lean into the role of embodying a student at the academy. You can talk to your fellow escapists to unlock quests, discover lore, and naturally get hit with a deluge of groan-worthy puns. Apologies in advance.
You look like you
Over the course of
deserve
the game,
to
you'll
be
puzzle
on
your
a
way
sex
through
offenders list,
character-driven quest
sir.
lines that string together campus
offense.
challenges and escape rooms, taking you through your second-year curriculum and the
But
game's
Ross is just
central
looking
mystery.
for any way to talk about
If you
anyone
wanna get a
else
sneak peek
other
at the
than
game
Ross's
and help
self.
us unlock its full potential, join our Discord and sign up for a playtest. We'd love to borrow your
Ooh,
brain.
join the Discord.
Wishlist Escape Academy 2 today on Steam.
Never!
And we'll see you when you get back to school.
Devo Smashing Pumpkins.
Ross is
Lush.
glad that
All
they
these
feel
bands
bad
are
about
part
it
of the
as well.
80s, 90s vibe that is
Even though Ross
mixtape
would have done the
from
exact
the
same joke.
prolific creators of The Artful Escape. But this is not a music game or a game
Congratulations,
about music.
Zeo.
It's a game about
You're a
life
monster.
and friends and the music that gets us through it.
Ross doesn't mean that,
Oh, hi.
mostly.
I'm Johnny Galvatron,
from Beethoven and Dinosaur here in Melbourne Rock City.
Ross is
This
just
our
trying
secret
to
motto when we make videos.
speak as little as
This is
possible
one of our artists.
for the next
We're the BAFTA
6
award-winning
minutes.
team behind The Artful Escape. But who cares? What's next? We're making a mixtape.
Mixtape was the name of the game.
We're in there for those two. Oh, cool. Mixtape is a coming-of-age action-adventure game.
Seemed
about
very
3
cool.
friends on their last night
Specifically
together,
mentioned
listening to a
music by
perfectly
Stan
curated
Bush.
soundtrack. It's a psychedelic retrospective.
And it sounds
a
like
musical
it.
journey that documents the breadth of their friendship. Their
Da
greatest
da 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 na 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 na. Dare. Alright.
The whole game is a
Da,
mixtape.
da,
The
da,
music is a
da,
mixtape.
da, da.
There's a mixtape of mechanics, from skateboarding to pulling slushies. A mixtape of eras, a mixtape of art styles and media, designed to take you back to the teenage wasteland.
We gonna get your stash and keep going?
Teenage Wasteland.
Yeah.
That's a lyric from a song
What?
from the
We all go up
70s.
to my room and immediately bolt? Dad, give away your grabbing booze.
But is the music any good? Holy flippin' meatballs, let me tell you all about it. Thank you very much. We got
Tell them
Joy Division,
that guy.
Devo, I love Devo, Smashing Pumpkins, Portishead, Roxy Music, Silverchair, Lush, The Cure, Susie and the Banshees, Stan Bush, the Jesus and Mary Chain, the unkillable Iggy Pop, and apparently many more.
Name them, coward.
Are they following us?
Yup. I can't go to prison.
Boxes!
Boxes. Somebody got paid for that. Ross wishes Ross could get paid for that.
This is a terrible idea! What are we doing?
If death looks you in the eye, dude, don't blink.
Dude, this is the voice. Whoa.
Played on Game Pass day 1, wishlisted on Steam.
Game Pass
played
day
on
1?
PlayStation or Epic or whatever.
Ross likes the sound of that.
I thought we were riding together.
Ross has Game Pass, and Ross loves frame rates.
Nothing but the hits.
Ross likes 80s narrator voice. Ross is a big fan of a
Did you
lot
see
of
that
that.
Drinkbox Studios just announced their next title, Blighted, moments ago at the Summer Game Fest? Well, now they're here to give you an in-depth look at the game.
Hey, I'm Ian, the lead designer at Drinkbox Studios.
And I'm Augusto, art director at Drinkbox.
Augusto.
We're excited to finally tell you about our new game, Blighted.
Not sure about this one.
Blighted is a hardcore action Metroidvania set in a psychedelic Western nightmare. The game's full of mysteries and secrets, and one of its coolest features is a dynamic difficulty system that constantly changes the enemies, the player, and the world around you as you play.
Dynamic
People
difficulty.
in this world have a sacred ritual. When someone
Also,
dies, a seed
they
is
claimed
planted
to
in
be
their
a
brain.
roguelike.
Over time, a tree grows from their skull and bears fruit. By eating this fruit, one gains a knowledge and experience of their ancestors. That's how it was for generations. That is, until the one they called Sorcisto defiled the ritual. He discovered that by eating brains raw, he gained immense power. Sorcisto ate the fruits, destroyed the trees, and devoured your entire community. And in doing so,
So,
he
Drinkbox,
released
this
a
is the
reality-altering
guacamole
disease
people.
known as blight. As a lone survivor, you have a singular goal. Hunt down Sorcisto
One
to
felt
reclaim the
a
memories of your people.
significant
Now, like the rest of the world,
Hades
you're afflicted
influence
with
here.
blight. It's constantly overtaking you, making enemies aggressive and unpredictable, and changing your perception of the world. You can find ways to suppress it, or you can harness it to fight back even harder. With practice, you'll be chaining together finishers, taking out huge blighted beasts, devouring their brains, and using their memories to fight and explore.
This
With
looks
enough blighted memories, you'll start
cool,
to see new layers of reality,
but might
reach
not
hidden
be the kind of
locations,
game
and discover
for
new
Ross.
gameplay mechanics.
Blighted marks our studio's first venture into 3D.
Unsure.
Allowing the art team to bring their designs to a whole new level as they craft gorgeously eerie worlds. for
We've
you
got
to
about-
explore. You'll be making your way through remains of long dead civilizations, manifested nightmares, through mines carved into the interior of petrified giants, and scaffolds to the gods. Drinkbox has a rich history with
Reset
action
the timer.
games, from Guacamole to Severed to Nobody Saves the World. And we're excited to craft another one that will put your
That was
skills
pretty
to the
close.
test.
That was pretty
Blighted will
close.
support full co-op like many of our past games. And we're working with composer Jim Guthrie to create a soundtrack.
10 minutes remain.
We're excited for you to try the game, and we're aiming to have a playable demo later this year.
Wishlist the game on Steam and follow us on social media to make sure you don't miss it.
This
Follow us
next
on social
title is
media.
from a bona fide Day of the Devs alumni, Outer Loop, whose games Thirsty Suitors and Falcon Age have both been previously celebrated in our showcases. Outer Loop prides itself on being a minority-led studio
best
with a
if we-
mission to create accessible but meaningful games about underrepresented
That one
cultures and
is
themes.
within
This
the-
title
within
is
a minute.
beautiful and vibrant
It's
example
best
of
that
just
Ross
this
stops
is
talking.
Dosa Divas.
For 10 minutes. Oh. This is painful. It's midnight. We're drunk. Oh, reset that timer, I guess. Fuck.
No one cooks anymore.
Food in tubes? Yuck.
This is abuse.
So hungry.
Turn-based? Dosa Divas?
Hi, I'm Eka, Creative Director of Outer Loop Games, and I want to introduce you to our new game, Dosa Divas.
That hair
a spicy
is
narrative-based
amazing.
RPG. Platform through vibrant villages, battle corporate goons, reconcile with loved ones, and eat one last meal together before saying goodbye. Double jump, drill, and grapple your way through the world to discover local
Double jumping.
ingredients, hidden paths, memories, and
So
new
crazy it
friends.
might just work.
Engage in a flavorful turn-based combat system where every attack packs some heat. Especially when you time it right.
Oh,
Hitting
timing.
the action button as the hit
Oh.
lands amplifies your attack damage and strengthens your blocks.
Does it
against
also
enemy attacks?
miss
Use boost points at the
defense?
start of your turn to multiply damage.
Do
on
you also
attacks
get
and skills.
defense
Match
bonuses?
enemy flavor cravings to break down their defenses and leave them stuffed. Cook up made-to-order food to wake up villagers from a processed food-induced haze using the expressive cooking system.
They didn't. Did they?
Delivering delicious, hearty meals reconnects communities with their culture,
They
history,
didn't
and
specifically
shared memories,
mention
and increases your reputation.
timing-based
Serve up looks like
defense.
customizing your spirit met goddess. Create your own spicy style with custom wraps and accessories. Dosa Divas, our spicy narrative turn-based combat RPG, will be out in early 2026. Thank you.
Yeah, timing-based combat mechanics.
Our pals at Heart Machine, creators of Hyperlight Drifter and Hyperlight Breaker, have teamed up with our buds at Devolver. They're mixing things up.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Real interdimensional demon horror.
Thank you.
It's a genre, right? It's
Thank you, Garrett McQueen, for your posture check.
Wait. Oh, fuck. God, shitting fuck. Reset the timer. Zale, this is fucking criminal. This is like like fuck you. Like no offense. This is impossible. You've set an impossible challenge. God damn it, Zale. Ross is just going to shut up for 10 minutes. No law against it. There's no other way. This stream was supposed to be done at the end of Summer Games Fest opening night. But no, someone had to redeem word bands.
Hi, I'm Miriam.
Hi,
Heart Machine,
Miriam.
Working on Possessors. Possessors is a search action game.
How are you?
Set in Senzu, a corporate-run city.
Everything's
which has been
fine
overrun
here.
by demons. What you've just seen is one of 4 animated shorts we made with Powerhouse Animation.
Fun is being had
They
by
each tell
everyone.
the story of how a
Miriam.
character or a creature from Possessors survived the attacks of the demon, or how they perished. In Possessors, you play as Luca, a teenager from Senzu who was injured in the disaster. Luca was forced to make a deal with a demon named Rem for both of them to survive.
Demon.
Rem possessed her, healed her, and made her strong.
Heal.
Now Luca and Rem are stuck together and forced
Together.
to get along. They'll have to climb Senzu's skyscraper and fight through
Climb.
hordes of feral demons to escape the city. Along the way, Luca and Rem will discover what Senzu's corporate master were hiding.
Corporate.
And piece together what happened by sharing their memory of the past.
Memory.
On behalf of the team, we're all very excited for you to play Possessors,
Happy.
which comes out later this year. In
Excited.
the meantime, you can wish this Possessor on Steam, or try Luca's new Demon Power for yourself.
Wishlist.
A demo of the game will be available later today.
Today.
Moonlighter hooked me with its novel shopkeeping gameplay, its clean combat, and its satisfying
Trying too
dungeons
hard.
and market gameplay.
Trying too hard.
I could seriously play it all day, and I did.
Don't blame.
The developers at Spain-based
But
Visual
trying too
Sun
hard.
seem to have made some ambitious upgrades to its sequel, including an expansive 3D world, a big change from its previous pixelated form. I hope you're as excited as I am to take a peek at Moonlighter's
Fringe resembles Ross's.
Hi there, this is Isra from Digital Sun. I'm beyond thrilled to share this event with you and show what's in store for Moonlighter 2: The Endless Vault. Moonlighter 2: The Endless Vault is a sequel to our beloved shopkeeping roguelike. As in the first game, here you venture into ever-changing dungeons to fight enemies and find relics. Then you go to your shop, sell your loot, and turn it into
Don't
profit
talk about
to get
Ross's
better
sack.
gear. This unique blend of gameplay is what made the first game so special, and now we're bringing it to a whole new dimension of quality and ambition. Talking about new dimensions, this entry begins in Tresna, a plot brimming town.
6 more minutes.
Here, Will finds himself stranded after one of his adventures. He won't be alone.
Moonlighter 2.
Old and new faces will join him along the way. For
Those
now,
wishes
let's jump straight into the portal, where every
they
adventure
had
unfolds and
a
both battles and luring
better
take
time
place.
playing Moonlighter.
From the arid lands of Hodu
Perhaps.
to the grassy landscapes of Aeolia, each biome offers new mechanics, enemies, and rewards.
As Ross
Combat has been vastly
remembers,
improved, with some enemies specialized in
streaming
ranged weapons,
some
while
of
others focus on close
Moonlighter,
combat. Once you clear a room,
Ross
several
might have
things can
had
happen. You might find
a
a perk, in-run effects that can
better
increase
time
Will's power and unlock
if
new abilities.
Ross had
The
avoided
other option might
streaming
sound familiar to veteran
said
merchants,
game.
as you can also stumble upon a chest. Inside, you'll find tons of priceless relics.
Moonlighter
Depending
was
on where you
hardly
place them,
newer.
relics will unleash all kinds of
Mhm.
effects. Backpack management will influence the outcome of your expeditions. Unlike in the first game, you'll be able to see the base value of each relic.
Six
although
minutes.
Backpack effects can double or triple
6
your
minutes.
profit.
Then
Let's
Ross
say
can
that
sleep.
You keep the adventure running. Let's say that you even feel brave enough to face one of Moonlighter's 2 bosses. These battles will put your skills to the test. Take the so-called
Original
Herald, for
Moonlighter
instance.
was
It is
2D.
one of the first bosses of the game and shows how the combat has evolved in the first Moonlighter. The Herald will throw projectiles and beams non-stop, forcing you to find cover and dodge hits. He's also protected by a sound barrier that you'll need to deactivate before striking back. Merchants need to be smart. It doesn't matter how far you get. Successful runs leads to the same
Passive
place,
voice
your
and third
shop.
person is being
The
used
shop
in
is where
chat
you put
to
a
help
price on
Ross.
your loot and try to get the best deals.
Thank chat.
There are ways
Thanks
to
to
influence
chat.
the outcome. For now, all I can say is haggle hard, sell harder. Well, there's
Good
actually
job.
something I can already
Good
share
job,
with
chat.
you. Just like the perks in the dungeons, you can also unlock special effects each time you open your shop.
4 minutes remain.
They can potentially skyrocket your profit, unleashing powerful
Ross
synergies
is
and
taking
selling streaks. You never
no
know what will
chances.
happen when you open your shop. That's why we call
No
it a
chances are being
shopkeeping roguelike
taken.
after all. That's it for now. After nearly 7 years since the original Moonlighter was released, we hope you are as excited as we are.
See.
Please stay tuned to our socials for all things Moonlighter 2: The Endless Vault.
Very
See you in
excited
Tresna.
are everyone involved.
Inspired by Pietro Riva's
in
manifesto
listening.
Rejector, Thomas feels driven to advance our medium by creating games for new audiences and to hopefully entice those who might not be usually interested in playing a video game to take an interest. From Thomas Waterzoo, creator of Please Touch the Artwork, this is Please Watch the Artwork.
Please touch the artwork. Hello, Negan. Please don't do anything.
Day of the Devs ASMR edition. My name is Thomas Waterzoo.
Ross is
and I'm
suffering.
a developer from Belgium. I'm the creator of Please
Touch
Touch
my
the
art,
Artwork,
daddies.
a series of casual and accessible games.
Are those
based on real
colours
paintings,
deliberate?
Where I explore what would happen if we did touch the artwork.
Blue
I
and
usually
yellow?
start by choosing a painter.
I'm learning.
The overleveled Negan says I'm learning.
Negan.
For my third game, I fell in love with American realist painter Edward Hopper. But this time, I'm not gonna be
The overleveled
What
Negan
are
says
you
I'm
learning,
learning.
Negan? Oh, Negan.
I'm learning.
The overleveled Negan says I'm learning.
Please watch the artwork. Is a
Negan has
psychological
reminded
study
Ross that Ross needs to up the price again
animated
for that redemption because it's
Your job is simple.
half past
Watch
midnight.
the paintings and report any
No idea,
errors.
Captain, and that is
However,
code for
these are not your everyday
talk about
paintings.
Star Trek.
They are alive, and there is a mysterious sad clown wandering around.
Why is this guy
spreading their sadness over all the
speaking
paintings.
softly
You're gonna
in
need
our
a good
ears?
memory, focus, and lots of coffee to avoid this from happening.
Alright.
If you don't know Edward Hopper, no worries. You don't need to know to be able to
Chapter
enjoy the game.
2?
But he's most famous for his painting, Nighthawks. He depicted themes like loneliness
Chapter
and
3?
urban isolation.
It was
So
chapter
for
3,
me, it
wasn't
made
it?
sense to create a psychological
Chapter
horror
3.
game. I
Right,
also
triple
wanted a
learning.
mechanic
Okay.
that made people really look at the paintings, hence the spot the difference gameplay.
We don't
There
rem-
are no jump scares in this
That's
game,
10 minutes.
and no
We're done.
monsters.
Fuck it.
The only things that are chasing
That's 10
you
minutes.
are
That'll
the
do.
feelings of paranoia, self-doubt, and maybe
If anybody
some
has
nostalgia
any
towards Hopper's
disputes,
America from
take
the
it out of there.
20th century. Okay, we've
Um,
got some clowns, but they are kind of harmless. It's just you, the night, and the paintings. I don't have a release date yet, but you can now wishlist the game on Steam. However, and don't tell this to anyone, it's probably gonna be around Halloween this year.
Okay.
Thanks to Day of the Devs for giving me this wonderful opportunity, and I really hope you like this bizarre little thing I made.
The first major break came early May 1964. Desilu's Oscar Katz had kept busy, and the format was submitted to Mort
We've had a long time love affair
Werner,
with this next dev
NBC
games,
TV
goes all the way back to the very
Vice
first day of the
President in
dev
charge of
release
programming.
It's been amazing to see what
Werner's
they've done
courage
since then
made
with
him
games
a
like
rarity
Mutant
in the
Turtles:
television
Shredder's
game.
Revenge,
Okay, we're gonna have to
huge
fucking
nostalgic
turn this down,
bomb,
aren't we?
And they're set to deliver again.
I can't talk over someone who's talking.
And I'm Kevin Chesson.
Okay, we're gonna turn that right down while we speak. Because fuck off. I can't speak over someone speaking. Werner's courage made him a rarity in a television game. He liked the idea of doing a show like Star Trek, but wanted to see it more fully developed. Primarily with Werner's backing, NBC committed about $20,000 in story money. Under the agreement, Gene would write 3 stories based on his series concept. NBC would choose one of them, from which Gene would then write the pilot script. With story money in hand, Gene could now afford to concentrate on developing the idea into a script. About this time, he brought in a talented young woman named Dorothy D.C. Fontana to double as both assistant and secretary. Dorothy had worked with Gene on The Lieutenant, had 8 television scripts, mostly westerns, to her credit, and was later to play an important part in the series. Asterisk, within about 2 years, D.C. Fontana, an exceptionally fine writer, was promoted to script consultant. She has written a number of Star Trek scripts, and many of them have proved to be among the most popular episodes. Oh shit. Gary says, just saw in the news that a woman in Liverpool has been convicted for stealing £440,000 from her employer. She spent $300,000 on TikTok tokens and blew the rest. So what you're saying she didn't spend it on Ross points or bits or donations. What a dumb bastard who does that. You'd be surprised. Star Trek's spaceship was bound to be a major undertaking, and Gene Roddenberry requested Desilu's art department to begin submitting sketches immediately. The exact appearance and shape of the USS Enterprise was anyone's guess at this point, but the decision was made that the ship must be large enough to carry a crew of several hundred people. There were many arguments on this point. Everyone seemed to feel that by the time we reach Star Trek's future, automation will have developed to such a highly perfected degree that 6 or 8 people would be capable of running virtually any sized spaceship. And, indeed, they probably could. Two things affected the decision in favour of a large ship crew. The first was the fact that a group of several hundred people aboard a multi-level ship would provide a greater variety of characters to use in the series. Secondly, the larger the vessel, the greater the variety of control rooms, labs, recreation facilities and other locations aboard. Quoth Roddenberry, "We can walk down the corridor any day and find a guest star working in the biolaboratory, or somewhere. After we decided on this many people, we discovered that it did make sense if this starship is doing all the things we say it does, we are going to have specialised people and equipment to cover every possible science. We believed that even in our era of Star Trek, machines will not be able to reason as man can reason. Moreover, men and women on long space voyages will be mentally and physically healthier if they are part of a community. The larger and more varied the community, the better." Roddenberry knew that fucking automation and AI was cancer, and actively chose against it. Just saying. Roddenberry knew what he was doing. Just said. Oh, no. Right. No offense to all the indie devs, but I'm tired. And I've been punished for doing this. I've been punished for daring to talk over this.
It's time for a world premiere. This one from a studio based in Johannesburg.
I think I'm going to call
previous
it.
Title, the postmodern platformer Semblance, earned them a place on Forbes Africa's 30 Under 30 list back in 2018, along with a host of other accolades.
Good for them.
And since then,
I'm
they've been hard at work on Relooted, a heist game which tackles a political and righteous subject matter. Please take a look.
Oh, don't do this while I'm tired. Political and righteous.
We need a ride.
Something incognito.
Like a submarine.
No, but also fast.
Like a jet/submarine.
Can you be serious?
A jet marine.
Ready.
A job marine.
Hi, I'm Maka, the lead animator at Nyamako.
Hello, Maka.
And I'm Sita, producer at Nyamako.
Relooted is set in the near future, where a new treaty has been signed between the West and Africa. The treaty goes that all African artifacts that are on public display must be returned to their country of origin, but museums are using a loophole to avoid repatriation.
Yeah, I'm
They
not
begin to
disagreeing with
only
you,
exhibit artifacts
but
in
that's
private.
fanciful.
Our heist crew is made up of regular people.
Our shite bags
who
will
band
never
together
do
to
that.
see these artifacts
Even
returned
if they
to their
should,
country of
they
origin,
won't.
Operating from a hideout in Johannesburg, South Africa.
Cuckoo, how do you do the mysterious plague, huh?
Are you not tired? Rest. Man, we have work to do tomorrow.
In the real world, a French government report estimated that 90% of sub-Saharan African cultural heritage is in the possession of Western collections.
Fuck.
That is millions upon millions
Did she
of
say
deeply
90?
important cultural, spiritual, and personal artifacts, including human remains, that aren't in their rightful place. While the locations in the game are vague and invented, the 70 artifacts in Relooted are very much real. And as of today,
Oh,
reside
you
in
know, there's
Western
some people who
museums
are
and
raging
private collections.
about the notion
Take,
of
for
this
example,
very
in
game.
Gadgidra, a hugely important spiritual item
Right.
to the Pokomo people of Kenya. It was believed destroyed in 1910. In reality, it had been sent and kept in storage in a European museum. In 2016, a museum let a Pokomo prince visit the drum in storage. He was the first Kenyan in over 100 years to see the drum. It still remains in storage today. Before each mission in Niluto, players will receive a
again,
briefing where they can learn more about these
shit like
artifacts,
this.
where they are from, their
I just love it
significance,
because
and how they
the
came
mere
to be
fact that
removed
something
from the
like this
African continent.
exists to
He was
challenge
taken
this
to England following
will
the suicide of
fucking
his
rage
wife
certain
and
people
the
out.
defeat of the Ethiopians
Certain
by the
certain
Magdala in 1860.
red-faced
Reluted is a
gammony
combination of
fucks
action and
will
puzzle.
lose their
Once you
fucking
pick up a target
mind
artifact, the
that
alarm
this
triggers,
the
and you
notion
only
of this
have a
game
certain
even
time to get out
exists
before
in someone's
security arrests
fucking
you.
brain,
The puzzle comes in
let
figuring
alone
out
that
the
it is
plan,
has
and
been
action
put into
comes in executing
actual
it. The
existence.
heists are made up of 3 phases.
How fucking
And
dare
phase
they? We
one
we
is
acquired
phase
it
zero.
legitimately.
Collecting information on where the targets are and what obstacles you'll face.
Oh,
From
I
here,
love that
we
this
can
raises the
smash the
blood.
security
This
gates
has a
and
chance to
get you
raise the
up
blood
to the
pressure
next floor.
of certain
In phase
old,
2, you
outdated
roam the level,
fucks.
carefully
I love it.
avoiding tripping the alarm and preparing your escape route.
Yeah, steal that shit. Fucking steal that shit. Sorry, recover that shit. Steal back that shit.
In
On
phase
you go.
3, you execute, flowing through your plan and evading security systems as you carry Africa's heritage home.
Yeah, fucking fair play. And this is wild that they got this exists, but it should. It's a game where Africans come back and take their fucking
Reloaded is
shit
coming
back,
to Steam,
is what it is,
the
Negan.
Epic Game Store and Xbox Series X and S. You can wish list
It's
it
like
now.
it looks like a
Remember
stealth heist
Patapon,
game
that charming series of games about those
where
little dudes walking around
African
doing stuff and
nations
making music?
take
Well,
back
there's a
the shit
sequel.
that was
Well,
stolen
kind
from
of a
them,
sequel.
and
It's
I
a
love
spiritual
that
successor.
idea.
It's the
I think
core
that's a
team
great
from
idea
Sony
for a
Japan
game.
that made the OG
And for
games.
real life, but I
Coming
think it's
back
great
at
for a
ya
game.
with more charming little dudes doing stuff while making music. Here it is.
So, some might ask,
パタボンの原作者であり、
why am I
現在
still
ラタダンの開発をしてお
why
り
am I
ます
still live?
小谷弘樹と言います。
そして私は
And I would say
ラタタンの
that's a
プロデュー
good
サーを
question.
務める
Thanks for asking.
ラストと申します
I don't know. They mentioned
私は現
Patapon,
在、
so
サーフィンや
that's
ランニン
maybe the
グ、
only
そ
reason
し
I'm
て大
still
好きなけん
online.
玉の練習をしている時以外は、常に
Just,
ラタタン
only
がよ
just,
り面
Zeo,
白くなるよう
only
に
just.
努力を
We're
している
done.
ところになります。
Don't do any
ラ
more.
タタンは
We're
よ
done.
りカラフルなデザインと
We're calling
オ
it
ン
for
ラインマル
today.
チプレイモード、ローグライトなど新た
We're calling
な
it.
ゲームデザインに取り組んで日々開発を行っていま
We've
す。
we've suffered enough. Please, no.
そして皆さんと一緒に育ててきた
Redeem
フ
it
ァン
your
ベース
own
はとても素晴らしいものであり、
own.
コミュニティに投稿していただける応援のメッセージ、
Redeem it your
可愛
own.
らしいファンアートにはいつも励まされています。
What's the word?
プロデューサーとして日々この業界の苦しさを感じております。ですがこのように自分たちの好きなゲームが作れることに日々喜びを感じています。我々
Zeo,
インディーチームですので、
don't do it
まだ
right
まだ
now.
皆さんの支援が必要となります。
Redeem at your own
今日
risk.
は、新し
Risk
いトレーラ
was
ー
the
をお持ち
word
しましたので、
that I was trying
ぜ
to
ひご覧
remember.
いただきたいと思います。それでは
I've had enough pints that risk was a word that I couldn't remember. No, we're done for today. So don't redeem anything. If you redeem anything now, I can't honor it because I want to go to bed. It is currently nearly 1 a.m. Let me go to bed. If you really feel that strongly about it, Zeo, I can't stop you redeeming it any other time. You don't have the points for tonight. Oh, thank the Lord. Thank you, Jeebus. Thank you. So this is like a spiritual successor to Patapon? Or is it... It's not actually Patapon, right? Rataport. Yeah, I haven't heard the word pawn at all. Yeah, okay, so spiritual successor to Patapon. I.e., we don't have the rights to Patapon. How would I handle it? If you redeemed it right now, it would be tacked on to the next stream. I would not honor it right now. I would have to tack it on. Because we're done. I'm done. I'm only still streaming because I was in the middle of this. The new Patapon spiritual successor. But I'm done. We're done. For today. I meant to stop when the main Summer Game Fest stream. Oh wait. It's an actual... Wait, that looked like the word Patapon, but they call it Ratata.
そして素晴らしいファンの皆さんに感謝を込めまして
So is it just the font that confused me? Why are they drinking cum?
This next game, led by the legendary Warren Spector of Epic Mickey and Deus Ex fame, is a totally new take on stealth. His
Warren
talented
Spector
team
game?
is making
Stealth?
something
Oh,
like
come
nothing
on.
else.
Let
It's
me
an
go to
evocative
sleep.
game set in a turn-of-the-century
Please.
universe, and I cannot wait to play
Oh,
it.
Jesus.
Hi, I'm Warren Spector,
Hi, Warren.
Chief Creative Officer at Otherside Entertainment. At Otherside, we don't play it safe. We take chances. We tackle hard problems. And we do what's right for games and gamers. And what's right now is Thick as Thieves. It's a multiplayer stealth action game, unlike any action or stealth game you and your
This
friends
looks...
have experienced
Oh, okay, it looks kind of
The
cool.
response to the idea and what we've been able to show has been terrific. The team behind the game is so excited by the response that we wanted to show you more. So here's an early pre-alpha sneak peek at Otherside's upcoming player-powered game.
Player-powered game. Player-powered. What does that mean? Language like that makes me think they just haven't built a narrative,
like hiding in shadows,
proper narrative,
understanding NPC
start to
pathing
finish.
and vision cones, and timing your movements with them, and lockpicking your way through a guarded location. The X factor to me, however, is probably the presence of other players in the same game.
Looks a lot like Dishonored, which is no bad thing.
The thing
It's
is,
not a bad thing.
I could study the AI all day long. I could study the levels all day long. But the other thing is, I don't know what another player is going to do. Are they going to actually talk at me?
Is it just
making,
ghosts,
situations that
players
are
in your
so
world?
fun. Something that won't happen in
Or
another
you-
match ever again.
Are you
I
trying to
think
make it
that's the thing
a
that I'm
multiplayer
looking
thing?
most
Because
forward to seeing
I hate
players
multiplayer.
do.
I can feel like a real master of stealth or deceit or cunning, because I'm not just outsmarting NPC AI, which can be satisfying, but it's an actual human being that I'm getting the best of.
No.
So one of our core design
No,
pillars
not my
in
bag.
Thick as Thieves is to play with your ears, and to me that means a lot as audio director, because you
Audio
understand
stuff,
your
yeah.
surroundings at all times.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
understand where you are on the map.
When you can do
hear
audio
where
stuff
other
really
thieves
well in
are, you
games,
can
it's
hear
great.
Other threats like
It's
guards.
amazing.
You could also be able to tell like, oh, I'm in this quiet environment, and then I can hear outside it's very loud. So I'm thinking to myself, wow, okay,
You've
if it's
got cover.
raining
Yeah.
and there's a thunderstorm,
Yeah.
maybe
Harder
that
for
can
people to
mask
hear
some
you.
of my sounds, so I
Yep.
can kind of go in undetected.
Yep, good. Like that. Cragen Firth.
And a lot of this is
A
not
lot of
fake.
this
If you hear a train in the
is
background,
triggering
in the
my
distance,
Scottish senses.
There's actually a train passing by. in the
Northgate
world.
Station, there was a Firth something earlier as well.
Every thief for themselves, right?
That was like a
thieves
phone
going
box
at it
as well.
1v1v1. And one thing that I really like to do is
Firth
kind of
Bank.
stay back in the shadows and watch everyone go at it. People are falling into my traps and then just waiting for the right moment to swoop in.
This seems like it has a lot of focus on the multiplayer aspect, which is not
so
for
every
me.
match is always fresh to me. The weather changes,
Match
the locations
was
of
the word she used,
clues
so
or
again,
the loot, the
yeah.
guard patrols,
This isn't-
and of course the players are always
It's like
on their own
Dishonored
separate
and
quests,
Thief
so really anything can
in a
happen.
multiplayer. Also, this idea of a castle sitting on a rocky hill.
You know, we've been working on this
You'll
game
no
for
get
a while
okay,
now.
so it's clearly inspired by
Totally stoked
Edinburgh.
that other people are excited about it too.
Scotland,
I really want to get
Edinburgh
this game
Castle.
in front of more players as soon as we can.
They
and
were.
I'm hoping that many of you will sign
They
up
had
for
a.
playtests.
They had a
We'd
Scottish
love to get your
accent,
feedback on
and
the
it's a
game,
castle
and we'd
on a
love to show
rocky
you what
hill.
we've been putting together over here. So thank you very much.
This is a new title from a longtime collaborator of ours, both at Double Fine Presents, where we published our game Kids, and here at Day of the Devs, where we've highlighted titles like Time Flies. Here's a first look at their new game, Pocket Boss.
Pocket Boss.
Hi, I'm Mario. I'm roughly half of a small studio called Playables based in
He
Zurich,
should have said,
Switzerland.
"It's me,
I worked on games
Mario."
like Plug and Play and Kids. But now I'm looking forward to show you something brand new. Pocket Boss.
I love
Pocket
the
Boss
zoom
is
mic
a
that
short
he's got
game
on him.
about the small joys of manipulating data. As a remote worker, you're in touch with your boss through a chat interface and will get all kinds of requests. Be smart, erase competitors with one swipe of a finger, navigate the stock market without crashing, and generally find easy solutions for hard problems. Your boss will verify if everything looks correct, and most importantly, beautiful.
Oh, how
But as you do all that, the charts start
amazing.
a life of their own.
And
So why?
horrific.
Will you be able to tame them?
Just manipulate
Or
this
maybe
data
you will find your own
to
solution
show
on the
what
way to
your
success.
corporate overlord requires of you.
Pocket Boss is an
I love it.
intimate encounter with data exploring the secret life of charts. The game will come out later this year.
Oh, depressing. Amazing. Oh wow.
You can find
okay.
more information and a link to the Steam page on pocketboss.ch. Thank you.
It's amazing
This
that
autobiographical
got
game
made.
is all about food and our complicated relationship with what we eat and what we see when looking at the scale. Its unique gameplay unpacks the frustration and even the strange humor of cooking, eating, working out, and more. And we finally have a release date.
Hi, I'm Jenny.
Hi, I'm AP.
Hello,
We're
Jenny.
the co-directors
Hello,
of
AP.
Consume Me.
Consume Me won the Seamus McNally Grand Prize at the 2025 Independent Games Festival.
More importantly,
Good for you.
it's about to get its release date announced at Day of the Devs.
After we talk specifically about how cool
Focus.
it is,
Focus. That's fine.
Did you feel like a complete jerk and or a loser in high school? Well, I did.
Not entirely.
and I did not
Mostly
stop her from spending
overlooked.
several years of her adult life letting me make a
Not
hardcore
necessarily
role-playing
unreasonably
game
so.
about it with her.
I was not my high school valedictorian. My grades were a toilet emoji. Furthermore, 0 European museums had ever yet featured an exhibit of my art. So the only thing I could think of to want to do was get hot. That's where you come in. Are you tough enough to help cartoon me get hot?
Each story chapter in Consume Me sees Jenny with new goals and not enough time to comfortably accomplish them.
You, the player,
This
must
game
manage
seems
her
like
schedule
therapy.
by making meticulous decisions about how to spend her free time.
Every activity costs or boosts different resources. These activities often involve mechanically hilarious mini-games.
In Consume Me, putting food on your lunch plate is a puzzle game.
You can buy a sponge at the corner store to make the hitbox bigger in the bathroom cleaning minigame, and you can also wear a special outfit that results in your mom giving you more money if you clean the whole bathroom.
Yoga might kill you.
Encounter cash on the street while walking your dog.
Too real.
This
This
part
is too
is
real.
based on real life, by the way. 1 out
Yeah,
of every
based on-
16
yeah.
times I walked my dogs over the past 4 years, I've encountered a crisp 20 on the ground.
I wish I could say the same.
Of the boy of your dreams, can you hold on to it? Can you chart a course toward a sustainable future? Can you fit just one
this
more
just about
food
her
item
life?
on your plate, or is it already full to bursting?
More importantly, does any of this matter, either in the game or in real life?
We don't have time to spoil the story here.
So you'll have to find out yourself when Consume Me comes to Steam on September 25th, 2025.
Please wishlist it as
Oh,
soon
focus.
as you can.
Oh, please.
Seriously, at the rate of $20 for 16 dog walks, it is going to take me 1,095.89 years to earn $1 million, and we need to make another game after this.
What?
Thanks.
Sometimes great
man.
games can go unnoticed.
I wanna give them
If
the
you're
money
lucky,
just
maybe
for
you
the
build a small cult
fucking
audience, but very
chutzpah.
rarely do those games go on to inspire huge games like Undertale. That's exactly what happened with this game.
Undertale?
Originally released in 2008, and now seeing a release on Steam and Switch. This is off.
Hello, I am Mortis Ghost, a Brussels-based comic book artist and creator of the game Off. Off is a game I made 15
Yeah, it
years
looks a
ago
lot
when I
like,
was still a big, sweet, drooling crybaby.
What's
The
it
Japanese
called?
inspired RPG
The one they just said.
a baseball bat
Deltarune.
shaving ghosts in a cubic strand
The one that's
I
not
made this
Deltarune.
game with no other
God damn
ambition
it.
than to
I
create
played it, I
something
beat it,
funny to
and
show
it's
my
good.
friend and a few people on
Son
the
of a
internet.
bitch.
But
It's
got out of
it's an
my
anagram by
control
Deltarune.
and became very famous. The reason is that
Oh,
the game is
no.
apocalypse. It harbors a diabolical force that
I'm
I
too
cannot-
drunk, and
I
they
have
said
to
they said the name of the game.
Hi, I'm Jack Murphy, a dev on Off.
I'm Ryan Allier and the studio director. It's been a pleasure to work with Mortis Ghost to bring Off to fans old and new.
Off has inspired many indie RPGs over the years, such
Uh,
as One Shot and Undertale.
I feel
Hey
Undertale.
everyone, it's Toby.
Son of a bitch.
Off was
There
a
it
big
is.
inspiration to me and Undertale.
Yeah.
And I hope you will take this chance to play it either for the first time or the 100th time. Oh.
Undertale.
Off celebrates its
there it
17th
is.
anniversary this year, and we've worked hard to preserve its
Oh,
original
so
spirit
this
as
was
we
the
bring it to modern
inspiration
platforms.
for
In addition,
Undertale and
Mortis Ghost has
Deltarune.
designed 6 new bosses for returning controllers. Plus, we have a new soundtrack, which you're hearing right now, and revamped combat.
How unsettling. I can see this. Ugh. I can see this being the
We're proud
influence.
to announce Off's release date for Nintendo Switch and Steam.
Hey, this isn't the same fucker who had the hat on, was it? Because the fucker with the hat had the baseball bat. I can see this being the inspiration for Undertale.
And now, a world premiere from a studio based in Quebec called Game Team 6. This is their second game together, and it's one of those where the title kind of tells you all you really need to know and has you sold before you've even seen a pixel. Please enjoy your first look at Tire.
Okay, my phone has died. That's a good shout.
Hi, I'm Corey Martin.
Oh, I can't
I'm
keep
Thomas
going.
Tobin. And I'm Andy Chmalenko. We're co-creators of Game Team 6, a small studio from Canada making heartfelt games with big ideas. We're so excited to introduce you to Tire Boy, a playful action-adventure platformer about a tire person.
Okay.
Tire Boy is fast and nimble, leaping through lush environments, solving environmental puzzles,
Don't
and taking
hate
on
it.
heroic battles.
Okay, well, alright. Oh, I kind of like
All while
this.
helping locals and uncovering his own past.
What
Tire
are
Boy
these
may be
fish
the last
people?
of his kind and was lost as a child. At the start of the game, we learn how he was raised by a large owl named Nestwick. He doesn't know much about his family or
I
ancestors.
see that they've played
It's a
Ocarina of
story
Time.
about connection and curiosity as Tire Boy journeys through a vast, unfamiliar world.
Is he
searching
wielding
for
an
purpose
acoustic
and
guitar?
traces of his forgotten origins.
Many of the locals have grown fond of Tire Boy. They'll often ask
Fishman.
him for things ranging from small favors to the game's main objective, which is to repair a giant radio transmitter to help the local community make contact with long-lost travelers. In spite of its silly premise, we're striving to make the world feel really grounded and genuine.
Another thing we've emphasized throughout development is being playful with the scale of things in the world, wanting to make the player feel small and make you feel like a kid, giving you that childlike experience of feeling like everything around you is impossibly big. And that has a meaningful impact on gameplay, given that you move fast and it feels more satisfying to do so in a big, sprawling world.
Tire Boy is weird, heartfelt, and full of little surprises. And we've built it to feel like a place you'll want to come back to, whether you're chasing big moments or just soaking in the quiet ones.
Okay. Oh, I'm kind of into that.
Wishlist Tire Boy on Steam now and follow at tireboygame.com on Blue Sky to keep up to date.
Yeah, fucking Blue Sky.
Thanks for watching
Fuck
and
yeah.
enjoy the rest of the show.
Good for them.
Who doesn't
Fuck
love a
X.
vacation? Toem took us on a delightful expedition, and the sequel, Toem 2, takes us even further from 2D to 3D. Something we made from Sweden does it again.
Hello everyone, I'm Lucas.
Hello.
And I'm Niklas, co-founders and developers at Something We Made. Some of you might remember us, or even better, our little game Toem from 2021's showcase.
No, didn't
Making
play.
Toem was an adventure on its own. We never thought it would bring a whole chapter afterwards filled with love from all around the world.
Although
and that's why it's exciting
I
and honestly
look
a
like-
bit
it looks
scary
like I would
returning
play
to
that.
something so dear to our and others' hearts. We teased the game at Wholesome Snack in December, and we're beyond stoked to show the game for the very first time.
Toem 2 is still a photography adventure that resides in a whimsical world, where the main objective is to photograph a phenomenon known as Toem. Set a few years after the original game, our protagonist now jumps into their biggest adventure yet. And what
course
the
they do.
phenomenon
It's a
is
sequel.
this time, well, you'll have to discover that yourself.
Of course you
their
will,
journey,
you're
we
trying to
stumble
sell
upon
it.
special NPCs we call friends, each with their own personality and quest.
Never heard of them, friends.
These friends allow deeper relationships for the player, aiding them through fears and difficulties, hence becoming friends. Each friend gives the player what we call a camera tool. These tools allow new and interesting ways of interacting with the world through your camera. For example, the scissors, which cut things.
Okay.
Or take the hammer, which, yeah, you guessed it, is great for smashing stuff.
As you might have noticed, we have updated
this seems
the
cool.
visuals. It's a crafty mix of render styles that allows us to reimagine the world without compromising on the vibes. And finally, and maybe most importantly, we have a new movement system. It's probably the biggest change compared to Tone 1, and you can now jump and climb your way through the environment. It adds a lot of playfulness for us when designing quests and regions,
I
ultimately
really
making
like
the
how this
world feel
looks.
more free and open. And don't you worry, the handy camera continues to be the main gameplay component. This time, we made it feel a bit faster and snappier. And tying that in with the new movement, we can't wait to see the photos you'll take.
So to recap, more story, updated visuals, and a fun new movement system. But
this-
still the very same shield and
I'm
close
interested in this, and
The
I
whole team
also
is
want to look
working
up the original.
So very hard to make Tone 2 something that can stand
Toem.
proudly
Never heard of it.
besides the original game.
Never heard of it.
Celebrating what worked while improving the rest. So if you're interested to learn more, go wishlist the game. and join
Celebrating
our
what
Discord.
worked
See
and
you
improving
all
the
real
rest
soon.
sounds like the absolute zenith of what
Are
a sequel
you
is
looking
about.
for a way to support
If they
the
can
devs
deliver.
and you just don't know what to do? We have a new collaboration with our partners at the Academy of
The-
Interactive Arts and Sciences. They have an
Are we
annual
done?
program called Game Maker Sketchbook, which
I should
sees
stop.
the
I could stop
celebration of
at any
artistry in
time.
games. And we don't mean just concept art, we mean character
But this
design, we mean
sounds like a way
storyboard,
that
we
you
mean
would
iconography,
wrap things up, right?
all the
Here, you're
different
looking to
kinds of
support
art that go
things.
into
Here's how you
developing a
do
game.
it. Here's how you
They
pay
are
your money.
Putting a spotlight on, and it's awesome. This year we worked with an illustrator called Nimit Malavia to make this epic piece that features characters from all the best games of the year. Literally dozens and dozens of characters. A
What game was
veritable Where's
Batman in?
Waldo of every game character that you love. That print is limited edition and on sale at imapit.com. All the proceeds go to the AIAS Foundation and Day of the Devs. Literally, we're nonprofits asking for your dough, but like it doesn't just mean giving money. It means you get something in return too. Isn't that a joyous thing?
We want to give a huge shout out
Hey,
to our flagship
always nice if
sponsor
you can,
at
but
Xsolla, who really
you
helped
don't
make
have to.
Day of the Devs happen this year. Xsolla is a global video game
Or
commerce
what I'm saying
company
is you
that
don't have to
aligns with
get
our
something
mission to help
back
developers connect directly
for
with players
donating.
and sell more games without giving up control or extra revenue. Launching today is a new Day of the Devs activation on the Xsolla Mall to spotlight some of our favorite games from recent Day of the Devs showcases.
Cool.
Scan the QR code below or head to this URL to explore some amazing indie games.
Hey,
and thanks
support
again
it if you
to
can
Xsolla
and
for
if
supporting
you
the
want to.
celebration of creativity and community.
Thank you, Greg, for that riff on Xsolla. We are so happy to have them as our flagship sponsor, but we also have some other sponsors to thank because it takes
I need to
a
pee.
village to support Day of the Devs. We are a nonprofit, and every little bit helps. We got our
Fair
founding
play.
sponsors, Double Fine Productions and I Am 8-Bit. We have a whole list of other folks that have been contributing throughout the last year.
PlayStation,
and we
ID Xbox,
Annapurna Interactive,
Devolver, Annapurna,
Blumhouse Games,
Summer Game
Devolver
Fest,
Digital,
Razer,
Idea Xbox,
Blumhouse
47
Games?
Communications,
Jesus.
Panic, PlayStation.
I played a game
Razer,
by Sabotage.
Sabotage Studio.
What the
Studio
fuck did they make?
MPHR, Summer Game
I
Fest,
played a game by Sabotage.
and
I've
Jeff
I've
Keighley
seen that logo
and the whole
within the last
gang at
6
the Game
months.
Awards for your
It's going to drive me
continuous
mad.
support. Thank you
Oh.
so much.
And if you'd like to donate directly to Day of the Devs, you can go to dayofthedevs.org and do so there. And remember, Day of the Devs is a 501c3 nonprofit organization, so any donations are 100% tax deductible.
There you go.
If you like
That-
what you saw here today and want more,
Hey,
just follow
Tim.
us on the World Wide Web.
Mr. Schaefer?
dayofthedevs.org.
Hello,
Please
Mr.
wish
Schaefer.
this game
I remember
means a
your
lot
name.
to the developers, and thank you for watching today. Thanks to all the developers for sharing
Thanks for
their
having
games,
me.
and thank you to all our generous sponsors for making this possible. We'll see you
Oh.
next time on Day of the Devs.
That sounds like a very good time for me to get the fuck out. Because I need to pee really badly. And it's like 1 a.m. And I didn't intend to go this long. Alright, well, thanks to anyone and everyone who's watched. We're back on Sunday with Lord of the Rings Gollum. But until then, bye.